You're listening to
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oh Baby Triple. I'm leaving that.
Sorry.
We're not. I'm not.
God.
I'm not editing that out. What happened?
I picked up my phone to see if I got a notification and it dropped on the floor. I'm fine, but like, god damn it, that was not what I wanted.
It sounded like your life just exploded.
We are a multimedia podcast. I don't even know how. I should like write down how to start out each of these shows, or you know what, just kind of like maybe fuck it and like
Keep all this.
not even worry about it.
Keep it.
So we were a TV show turned radio show turned podcast, and here we are. So I'm Corey. That's just me.
I'm Ryan, and I listen to the One Piece rap unironically.
Oh, do we have to give our a fun
Wait,
fact
yeah,
about
I was
ourselves
like,
now?
I didn't do a fun fact.
Sorry, I didn't disclose this info. So
No,
yeah.
My name is Corey. I'm the shortest of all my younger brothers.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm Joseph, and I engage in debauchery not with meaning, but by accident.
And my name's Harry, and I'm really confused by what Joe just said.
That's not a fact.
You know, that is
It's just a
fact.
statement.
We are all very, very confused.
Yeah. Either debauchery, I guess, is just a good word to explain, Joe.
What do you mean? Do you not know what the word debauchery means?
Yeah, it's
No,
like
it was everything that came after that.
yeah. Well,
Yes. Joe is an enigma.
Well,
he's elusive. That
you ever
boy.
just wander into a bar thinking, oh, it's just a bar. It has a minor reputation, but like, oh, it can't be that bad, right?
done that
People
several
exaggerate all
times.
the time.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
there.
So you just wander into a bar,
Mhm.
and then they're like, hey, there's a cover fee, and you're just like, oh, okay,
That's
whatever.
normal. Yeah, normal.
So like, you pay your cover fee, you go in, red light everywhere. You think to yourself, I really hope this isn't the red light district. And then
Wait, like
you
just
said
red like LEDs, just
like red, kind of like black lights, but
Oh,
instead
okay.
of purple, it's red.
yeah.
So
That's
you
kinda
sit at
scary.
the bar, you order a drink, and you're like, hey, this is my first time here. And they're like, oh, have you been downstairs yet? And you're like, what does that mean? And they're like, go down and find out. And then, you finish your drink, you kind of keep it in your hands just because you're like, oh, I don't want people to be like, oh, can I buy you a drink? You kind of want to be there for
You're
the
walking
atmosphere.
around with an empty cup,
Yeah.
just hoping no
No,
one buys you a drink.
I've done
Yeah,
that
exactly.
before, actually. I
Okay.
actually get it. That is the thing,
So,
yes.
so then you go downstairs.
Mhm.
It's really dark, and there's a whole separate playlist going on from like the upstairs. The upstairs has a really good like soul playlist. It's like you're pulling out your phone and you're shazamming like every single other track. It's like really good. You go downstairs and you hear, and I push, and I pull, and then it's just like, oh.
Is this a person, like a real person?
No, it's just some like song.
Oh, okay.
And then you see a lot of shit
Ew.
immediately, and you're not literal, but like just a lot of things happening in a way that you did not expect or account for.
Now, I remember
And
you
you're just
describing
like,
this through, I think it was Snapchat, and it
No.
sounded like there could have been
It
literal
was
shit
it was Discord,
in this place.
but yeah, no, that was probably one of the most wild nights I ever like accidentally had, because like.
Yeah, because people be like,
There were things that were not meant to be seen that happened, and I was like, nope, I'm out, peace.
yeah, people conducting like seances and like worshiping the devil,
Uh,
or was it just dicks?
if you looked far enough from away from it, you could kind of get that.
Yeah. Well, with the red light, it kind of seems like it would.
Yeah, like it's like they're worshiping the word of Satan, and you're just like, oh, okay, this is the cool place.
Well, glad you're
So,
alive.
What's the name of this place so that I could go there for my next seance?
Yeah.
You know, it's really fucking funny because like Harry and I, along with like a bunch of other people, literally walked by this not knowing it was there at all. It's called.
Ugh.
And it's funny because I was like, oh, it has like a big, rooster on it, haha, funny. It is right next to this like toy store that we went to. It's called like Toy Tokyo or some shit like that. It's literally right next to there.
Really? And we,
Yes.
Wow.
And we had no idea.
Wow,
I
so
had no idea.
We had no idea what horrible things were going on right next door to us.
Absolutely not.
So you go from child-friendly toy store to
Basically.
this fucking what?
I feel sad for those.
The best part, the best fucking part is that there is a church right across the street. Like I am talking, you cross the street, and then you walk a little bit to your left, and there is a fucking church.
I feel sad for those Sunday schoolers.
Yeah.
We're
Yo,
like,
man, after they're done with their seance, they go across to repent, man.
It's
They're just
wild.
They're just like, y'all motherfuckers.
it's like
Jesus.
just as church is starting Sunday morning, the people who like are just like coming out of their comas are walking out of like they're missing all articles of clothing that they brought in with them.
It's wild, man.
It's wild, man. So yeah, that's how Joe's weekend went.
So that was
pretty
that was
cool.
Also, it was also just fun in general outside of that.
That's good.
That night was a little hellish, but like the rest of it was good.
Yeah. How was the rest of your week, Joe? What did you do this week?
Our friend Kayla came and visited and stayed over at my place. She just like I had an inflatable mattress and like we crashed at like 3 a.m. or some shit like that.
Solid.
And yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. We went to Supreme. We went to like the Flight Club, which is like a big sneaker store down there. I got myself like the most like unapologetic Irish boy shirt. And it just has like the Supreme logo, and it's like, yo, I am rocking the shit out of this on St. Patrick's Day.
Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, I did like a whole run this week for that. There's the 8K.
Yeah, I saw that on
The Shamrock
Instagram.
Run.
The Shamrock Run. Yeah, it was an 8K. Although I did not run the 8K.
So,
I did not run all
so
of it.
obviously there's 4K. There's also, I know, 5Ks, but is 8K like superior to all of those?
Yeah,
Like
8K.
really high definition.
That's
8
a high definition run.
Yeah, 8K blasts your thigh like no tomorrow. Like your thighs are destroyed with definition. Absolutely, just flat out destroyed.
I did not do an 8K this weekend, but I absolutely do understand like your thigh pain, because I was like going grocery shopping. I was like, wow, my legs fucking hurt for some reason, and then I was like, oh, it's because I probably walked all over Manhattan for the past 2 days.
Just been walking. Yeah. Well, what was funny about the race is my legs don't even hurt, cause you might have seen I shared a Snapchat story of the race starting, which meant that I did not start the race. I like jumped into the race as they were like coming down the first street. And then, you know how, like, long races, like, wind in and out of streets just to be extra long.
Yeah.
At one point, we just cut away from the group and went directly to the beer tent where they served free beer.
That's hilarious.
And what's great about it is we beat the rush. We beat, like, everyone who is, like, starting, like, the first place, second place people were there. But we beat the rest of the people who were, like, catching up. And we got free beer, and within like 10 minutes, you could not move through that place.
Holy shit! So you guys made the right move.
Yeah, my grandfather had this down to a science. He knew which street that we had to go down, and yeah, so I ran that, and I got all sweaty.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good weekend when you get all sweaty.
Oh no.
Yeah. I also wrote a movie, but that's something
Nice.
that I guess I'm
I still need to read
proud of
that.
it. Took me 2 years.
I've read like 7 pages so far.
Thanks, man. I think you've read more into the script than anyone except me. I don't think anyone else has read this script at all.
I do like it so far. It's very much like, yeah, okay, I can see Corey pouring himself into this.
Yeah, I've been doing that a little bit. I conceptualized it 2 years ago when someone shared with me, like some Japanese, I'm pretty sure it was Austin, but shared with me, he's a friend of ours from Fredonia, who shared a song with a really unique cover of two guys. I think it was two Naruto characters, one with purple hair and one with just a big collar. They were go-karting through a grocery store, so I thought, I'm going to make an entire movie about a gang of people who go-kart. And that's what I did. It'll be on the big screen one day.
Hey.
Someday.
It could happen.
Someday.
As long as you dream.
Mm-hmm.
This Tuesday.
This Tuesday.
I don't know about that.
No,
that ain't
yeah,
Chief.
I can't. I could like shit out a stupid video of me, maybe like hurting people in a store with a go-kart, and then maybe like upload it to the internet.
Yeah, that might be.
Imagine like 2 years of like writing a script, and that's what it is.
It's a freaking like pranked video. It's a social experiment video, is what it is.
God.
How would people react to a guy riding a go-kart through a grocery store? It has to be Walmart, I think, because it would just be in character.
Oh, it has to be Walmart.
At Walmart, riding a go-kart, like an extremely loud one that like runs on gasoline.
Yeah, no, it has to be Walmart.
And just powering it through and around the store.
If you try and do that shit at Target, you will absolutely get the police called on you by some mom. But if it's Walmart, it's just like, fucking, what are you doing here?
The police will come, but
just
they'll be like bumbling fools, and they wouldn't know like exactly how to catch me.
Yeah, pretty much. Then they'll call like the helicopter, and like they'll get the special ones with the M4s, and then they'll just start shooting your wheels.
Shoot me
Yo,
down.
there's like 6 stars at the corner of your screen.
Yeah, 6 stars at the corner of your screen.
6-star chase.
The fucking military shows up with tanks. What? Why?
They come to like RPG me.
Yeah, they fucking shoot an RPG at you, and you just die.
Oh my god, the whole Walmart has to be gassed to get me out of there. Throw mustard tear gas in.
I'm pretty sure that's, how the escalation in Grand Theft Auto, that's exactly what it is in real life.
Yeah, there's no middle ground. It's absolutely like the army's called on me.
Yeah.
To like stop
Like,
go-karting through this.
They got Apache helicopters flying in. They will use all their military force and resources against someone.
I hope
like
they
you.
do it just like how Grand Theft Auto does too, where there is no regard for the vehicle that they're driving. They're just gonna crash it right into you. Like the Apache helicopter just nosedives into the building.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, as long as you don't have an AK-47 that's just shooting rocket launchers, just RPGs out, you're great.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be shooting the rocket launcher. That's really stupid. Don't mind me.
Mm-hmm. But enough about me.
Yeah.
How about Ryan?
Oh, I'm just splendid, I moved into my new apartment, so everything is just
Hell
so
yeah.
Still have a lot to do, still a lot of cleaning, so I haven't been doing a ton, but I've gotten some stuff that obviously I'll talk about later. But
Good,
yeah, pretty good. Been keeping busy.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Wow, Ryan, you really kept your promise when you said you're gonna try and talk a lot less this episode.
Oh yeah, you bet. I feel bad.
Joe and I talked for like 8 minutes straight each.
Well, I mean, there's only so much I can do,
Talk about for this specific.
You know what?
like, the general.
I say for the next 5 minutes we should all be dead silent.
No, that sounds awful.
Just the
God,
quiet
that sounds
cast.
like a terrible idea.
The quiet name.
So this is the quiet corner. This is where this is the part of the podcast where we have to shut the fuck up for like
Wow.
5 minutes.
That's
it. It's over.
This is the part of the podcast where we hold 5 minutes of silence for Reggie.
Oh fuck yeah! Rest in peace, Reggie. But we'll get to that later.
Well,
Yeah.
we could jump into it because or wait, actually, Harry, how was your?
Yeah, Harry has
Sorry.
stuff to talk about his week.
Quick,
my
Harry,
God.
so we can get to the silence for Reggie.
God.
I have not done anything interesting. I'm just working and going to school, and I've been like stupid busy. So I've been miserable the last couple weeks.
I think a master's degree is pretty interesting, though.
Yeah, but like not when you're doing it.
I guess you're right. Like,
It's a conversation starter. It's not necessarily something that a lot of people want to go through.
like post-grad, it's probably pretty great, but
It'll be interesting once I can put it on my resume, but not right now.
yeah.
I'm sorry, my friend.
But yeah, that's really all I have for my general. Like,
Well, don't worry, Harry. We're all proud of you for what you're doing.
I'm very
Thanks.
proud.
Dad will give you an ice cream cone when you finish.
I can't
Who's-
eat ice cream.
Who's our favorite? Yeah, he can't eat. It's not part of his diet, Ryan. God.
How could you do
Shit,
this
I
to me?
forgot. I forgot. Well, you know what? No, it never said that you can't eat one ice cream cone, Harry.
Yeah, but I'm
Harry can eat,
really strict about
Harry
it.
can eat a single grape
Yeah,
every month.
that's what I get. One grape.
And then maybe he can have a glass of water.
I
Yeah.
feel like
If
you
I've
actually
been
have to
good.
go less than a grape. You
If you've
need
been good.
you need to have half a peanut. That's really what your diet should actually.
No,
go
he
with.
can't even eat peanuts.
Yeah, I don't even
No, it's
like
not allowed.
peanuts.
It's not allowed. Can't do it.
Shit. You don't like penis? Or, what?
That too.
Sorry, your Discord cut out. It sounded like it says, "I don't even like penis," and I was like, "Whoa, what?"
Why not both? You can only either not like peanuts or penis. It can't be both.
you
Fuck,
get
I
one.
mean, like, that sucks for me then because I like both.
Sorry, Joe. You only get one.
Fuck off, I'm having both.
At the
I've
same
literally
time.
eaten so much peanut butter the past, 2 weeks. I've, gone through a jar and a half.
Dude, same. Honestly, myself, I've had so many peanut butter banana sandwiches, and I pretty much spoon eat peanut butter sometimes.
I don't do that, but I do eat a lot of peanut butter sandwiches.
So you can tell which one I prefer. Dick.
Damn!
I like that pause after you said that.
It's funny. I wish you could see me because I'm taking a drink of the water. I actually took a drink of the water that I had, so it's kind of one of those dick. Yeah.
But I see Joe's got a couple things on his general thing. If you wanna
Yeah.
do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I've had an interesting in and out then in T-Pain phase. I'm still in it because
How is my boy? How is my boy T-Pain?
he's actually going to be on tour this month.
He was just
And
on The
I'm-
Masked Singer, and he won.
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah, I
won
saw
Masked
that.
Singer.
I saw that.
So that was like his big return, where we were all like, "What the fuck?"
And then he literally dropped the album that night.
Yeah, I think it was all a ploy.
I feel like it was a ploy, but he is actually a really good singer, despite the auto-tune memes. He actually does have a fucking incredible voice, so I'm not surprised that he won.
Auto-tune was just his strategy, man. It worked.
He literally introduced an instrument to the industry in the 2000s. Literally.
You know, I saw
Because
T-Pain in
people
concert.
used auto-tune. Wait, what?
I was just saying, I've been to a T-Pain concert before,
Oh, cool.
a long ass time ago, so I don't really
What was
remember
it
it.
like?
Did he buy you a drink?
It
Yeah,
was
he bought me personally a drink.
Hell yeah.
That's what I was at the concert, and I was like, "Hey, T-Pain," and he was like, "Yeah, Harry, I know your name." And then I said, "Get me a drink," and he was like, "Sure thing."
Oh shit, Harry, is
Yeah,
that
that
why you
sounds like
can't remember
T-Pain.
much of it?
Yeah, it was really bad
Probably.
mineral water, but yeah.
Maybe it's one of the ones
he
that
brought-
it's
he
one of the
bought him a
ones that
drink.
you rub crystals on the water and it makes it all special water.
Yeah.
It's super super expensive. It's filled with charcoal.
Oh man.
Charcoal
Oh.
and dreams.
Charcoal, auto-tune, and dreams.
But yeah, that's
Holy shit.
that's been a majority of my music listening
Nice.
the past couple weeks. Is a lot of T-Pain. The new album's really good too. There's a lot of really good tracks off of it that are now in my daily playlist, which is nice. And then also, it's not on the docket, but Weezer's new album came out, and it's really good too.
I need to
one of their
check
songs
that
is
out.
just, yeah, it's it's not as memey as. I say it's not as memey, even though High Like a Kite is about Fortnite and Jules.
I know.
Yes. But it is a really good album.
Jeez.
It's different as fuck from the rest of their discography,
this
but
is the-
it's really good.
This is the Black album, right?
Yeah, this is the one where they're covered in black paint and spandex and shit.
Yeah, because this is because I remember it was when we were talking about the Teal album,
Yeah,
that dropped.
I was like, wait, what the fuck? Why did the Teal album come out? This like thing that nobody knew about. Why did this come out before Black Album, which is like a thing that's been in the works since like I don't know 2016, which is wild. But like it is a really good album.
Okay, I'll have to check it out then because I haven't heard it yet.
Kayla and I listened to it when we were like kind of done, like for a little bit. We just needed a break, and we were like, "Yo, the Jewel song."
Was it as cringy? The Fortnite song, was it as cringy as like the YouTube Fortnite songs I've heard?
The thing is that he doesn't ever explicitly talk about Fortnite or Jules, but the fact that Rivers Cuomo on Twitter said there's a song in Black Album about Fortnite and Jules.
Wait, so the word Fortnite or Jewel wasn't used at all in that song?
No.
I mean, I have to give that a 1 out of 0.
It's a contextual.
Wait a second.
It's a contextual Fortnite. It's the mood of Fortnite without saying Fortnite.
Basically.
Does he say? Does he say like Battle Royale?
Nope.
I'm trying to conceptualize what the song
He said
lyrically says.
Basically, the song is about him getting high and playing a game for kids. Like those are the literal words of the song.
Right.
And because he went on Twitter and said Jules and Fortnite, you can get capsules for Juul that have like THC in them.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, Fortnite is a game for kids. So like you put the two together.
Rivers Cuomo. So I think Rivers Cuomo is just trying to like grab the young generation.
Oh yeah,
Grab
he's
those youths.
memeing hard. He's memeing hard as fuck.
He's memeing hard.
And
I
that's
mean,
why I like
it
it.
is Rivers Cuomo, let's be fair. I mean, if you go on his Twitter, it's just 95% bullshit and garbage.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
That shit's
You go
just-
on his Twitter, his Instagram, everything. Oh my god.
That's a whole nother book in and of itself.
It's great. I love him.
I also love his Japanese account, let's be fair.
Oh fucking yeah, where he just posts in Japanese.
account. Does he know Japanese?
Yeah, no, dude. He knows a lot of
God,
Japanese.
this
He
guy's-
can like actually. He's written songs in Japanese.
This guy's
and
so
sang
much more of a
legit.
dork than I knew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Like literally, there's one of his songs on Pinkerton, like from 1996, starts out with like, "God damn you, half Japanese girls," and it's like, yeah, okay, all right, Bruce Combs. I know who you like.
Yeah.
Damn.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
Pinkerton's is a lot.
That was that moment of silence for Reggie I was talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, there we
yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Rest in
That was
peace,
our.
Reggie.
That
We
was our,
we filled it out. We filled it out. This one's for you, Reggie. Rest in peace, Bowser.
Fuck, dude.
And then I also have on here. This'll be quick, just because like you guys don't really give a shit about smartphones, but like
No.
phones.
Well, you drop
getting wild.
You drop them all the time, Joe.
Not all the
Like
time.
at the beginning of this episode.
Not all the time. But this is basically like a new. Well, it's hard to say if this is like actually going to be like a staple.
Mm.
But folding smartphones
They look insane.
are now a thing, and they look insane, and also they are priced insane at. The cheapest one I've seen is $1,950 for the base model.
No, thank you.
And
yeah.
But it is also fucking wild because you have just like basically two phones in one, and like that's super cool. Like I love having a bigger screen. I will always appreciate having a
Yeah.
bigger screen, but I don't want like a tablet in my pocket all the time. So having this like folding concept is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was actually talking to my coworkers about that, and I was like, that is such a neat idea, and I think it's vastly unique, and
Yeah,
I'm okay with that because it would give you more pocket space. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
But-
it's definitely more pocketable, and also phones have been kind of boring the past like couple years. Like, I mean, yeah, we have phones that can do a lot of things, but in terms of like the design and in terms of like what they do for the consumer, they haven't really done a whole lot. If this folding thing takes off, that is like a huge game changer.
Yeah. Jeez. And I think that's a pretty cool idea too. Gives you just a bigger screen. I guess I have nothing to add is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I have nothing else. I like the idea, and
One thing I can see being nice about that is that it could potentially turn your smartphone into more of a productivity device, because, like, people write shit on, like, their iPads all the time.
Yeah.
If you bought, like, a Bluetooth keyboard attachment or something like that for your phone, you could, like, prop that up on your desk and, like, actually kind of get some work done.
Just make it a portable iPad.
That would actually be really good for, like, my job in specific, because I'm always writing in my car, and I'm always, like, constantly, like, out and doing stuff, and it's, like, on my phone.
Yeah.
And to kind of have that, like, mobility and to have, like, something like that would be pretty nice.
I could see that being great for, like, a film crew, too, if they need, like, a mobile, like, LCD screen, not LCD, mobile screen to, like, see what they're filming with and see what, like, it's going to look like.
Yeah.
It connects over, like, Wi-Fi or something like that to a camera with, like, a companion app.
Hooey
That'd be
mama.
really fucking cool.
Hooey mama.
That would.
Or, even, like, you know how people use, like, smartphones for sites and shit like that on indie sets?
Yep.
Like, well, like, low-budget
Sorry.
indie sets.
I could just imagine it's a folding phone, so it, like, already naturally just, like, slaps closed.
Oh,
when
God,
you
no.
fold it.
That would be terrible. That would, like, that's such...
Want a Slate
that
app? You don't
hurts.
need it. Your phone just kind of claps back together when you fold it.
Man, we're bringing back flip phones again, man.
It kind of fucking feels like it, which is
my
wild.
God! That just it's an epiphany that what you just said, Ryan. That's a folding phone.
Yeah, it's just a flip phone.
Yeah,
again.
it is. It's a razor.
It's like somebody just said, "Oh yeah, we have smartphones," but remember how phones could like close?
Literally, my brain is melting. Literally, at that thought.
Moto Razor in 2019, baby.
We're going
History
back
is
to
cyclical.
If only I could take my iPhone and just smush it like a sandwich, like that piece of bread, and then you just
Like
fold it.
Like a Game Boy
You eat
SP.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's a little bit better. I don't think my sandwich analogy was very tight.
Man, I
Game
want
Boy
a
SP?
Switch that folds. Just bring back the DS.
The DS. the DS2.
Well,
Oh, the 2DS.
but like, no, just
No,
DS2.
the DS2. It's a sequel.
no, it's
Oh,
and then
sequels of
they'll
DS.
make the 2DS2 and then the 3DS2.
The 2D 3DS.
Gross. I'm gonna throw up.
The Switch DS SD.
Rest in peace, Reggie. I feel like that's something Bowser will definitely do now that he's over in Nintendo.
Should we use that to transition to video games? I think we.
Yeah,
I
I think,
think
that's,
it's
a great,
fine.
that's a great
That's a
transition.
I think
pop.
it's a good pot. I think there's like at least 3 other times we totally could have, but we would have skipped over Joe's phone stuff.
Yeah,
So-
that's
Fun stuff.
why I threw it in there.
Now
so
we
that
landed. Now we landed that perfect time to segue. And
Very
now that I'm
smooth
talking about
transition.
segue,
now the bridge to Asgard is open. Let's cross.
wait, can we go back and talk about how good of a transition this transition is?
I
I just want to kind of talk
lovely.
about it for a second.
I
yeah.
don't know if the transition's any good, but I saw Harry was playing Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
Now that's a good transition.
Just fucking rip the Band-Aid off.
But
just-
I have.
So
me,
Overwatch.
me and my buddies have been playing a lot of Overwatch recently. It's a game that I personally haven't played since like right around when it first came out.
Yeah.
But now I'm playing it on PC, and I was playing it on PS4 before, so it's a little different. It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun. I really, really like it.
High speed
Haven't-
Yeah,
action.
Overwatch, good game.
Haven't bought any loot boxes yet, but we'll see.
I remember
I'm
you
really
saying you
proud
were
of you.
worried.
Namaste, don't do it. I'm just gonna say your wallet will appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Just
trying-
Do not
Yeah.
buy the loot box.
I'm trying pretty hard to save money right now, so we'll see.
Think about this. If you save money by not spending it on loot boxes, you could also use that money to buy other cool shit.
But you also won't be a
There you
real
go.
gamer.
Yeah, but I won't be a cool
Yeah.
Overwatch
Okay,
player.
Corey. Well,
yeah,
you
you
know
gotta
what?
get the you gotta get that diva skin with the cop out.
I need all
Yeah.
the good ones, and
Yeah.
that's the only way to get them.
Yeah, honestly, if you don't want to spend like
Oh,
200 hours
okay.
playing the game, that's how.
But also, this is like getting away from Overwatch. But speaking of spending a lot of money on a video game, so I put Dead or Alive 6 on the docket.
Right.
I don't have.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I don't have this game. I've never played any of the Dead or Alive games. I don't really plan on it. But I read an article about how so Dead or Alive 6 just came out, and they announced the first season pass. The first season pass. So it's like there's gonna be more after this, right?
Yeah.
The first season pass costs $93 for the
What the
DLC.
fuck?
What?
Why? Are they putting a
It's-
character out every
No,
week?
it's 2 characters.
What the
and
fuck? Why?
And 62 costumes.
That's disgusting. That's
for
disgusting.
$90?
For $93. It's
That's like a different kind.
150% the price of the game itself.
Oh my god.
Bro, that's a disgusting that I didn't even
And
think Dead or Alive could reach.
And that's only the first season pass, because there's gonna be more.
Jeez.
So
those costumes
if you
better
think
blow
about
my
it-
mind.
if you think about it, the reason why they do a season pass is like, hey, here's like a lump investment of all this content, so we can have your money faster, but so you don't have to spend as much individually.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
How much do you fucking think all those individual costumes would cost without the season pass?
Probably just an absurd amount. How much is like a costume? Usually like
probably $2, right?
So
I would
$2
assume,
times
yeah.
like 60. It's like $120. And that's just the
I think-
costumes, not counting the
Jeez.
two,
I think
two characters.
characters that are probably going to be like $10 each. Like if I had to
Yeah,
imagine.
and the characters also come with 5 costumes each.
But
And
that's
it's like-
such a skeezy way of doing it, because like you're putting it under a pay lock of $90 some odd, so they have to pay for
I mean,
it.
that's-
they want
if they
all
want
the
those
characters.
costumes.
Like at least with DBZ fighters, you could just go and buy the
Well,
fighter pass.
the
and
characters
just
are
get
probably
the
they're
characters
probably
because it's
purchasable
cheaper.
separate. But it's
Oh,
Yeah, I would
good.
imagine.
like the season
Okay.
pass is a lot of money.
Yeah,
that reminds me.
That's
a lot
what
of,
I was scared of. Was
Yeah.
There was some Tales game that came out for the PS3 like ages ago. It was either Tales or like some other JRPG that's like pretty popular in Japan. That the DLC at that time, like we're probably talking like early 2010s, like at that time literally was like $200 if you bought it all together. Like
What
all
the
the costumes
fuck?
and shit. Like, and that was like a PS3 game.
Yeah.
That's so much.
that's disgusting.
I can't remember. I think it was a Tales game. It's been so long, but like,
Tales of
like I
Xillia?
remember seeing that, being like, "What the fuck?" It might have been Zilla or Zillia, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Tales is stupid.
Yeah, there's so many fucking titles.
Yeah, there's literally like, aren't there like 30 Tales games like in the main line or some shit
have
like that?
absolutely zero idea. I just know that there was a shit ton for the PS3.
Yeah,
I
they
have
release
at
them
least-
like every year.
I think I have like 3. Yeah,
I think they actually released 2 every year.
Jesus.
Like at least at one point they did.
there was a point where they did like Tales of Abyss and Tales of Graces practically right one after another, and then
Yeah,
Tales of
yeah, I
Xillia 1
remember
and 2
that.
came out really fast.
And like I know there was like handheld Tales games that were also mainline games, like they were actual Tales games, but they'd just be on like the DS or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Kingdom Hearts, but like so much more.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a lot. So did Harry? How was Jump Force?
Jump Force is special.
It seems like it.
Yeah, so on impulse, I decided to buy Jump Force, despite for like a year leading to the release saying I wasn't gonna buy it. I was talking with a coworker because we were just both really into like shonen anime. We were talking about Jump Force, talking about all the characters and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I get a discount on video games. I'm gonna buy this.
Nice.
Nice.
So I bought it, and then that night, couple of my friends came over, and we played it for like 8 hours straight.
Oh god.
It's a really bad game in a lot of ways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it looks like a garbage ass game.
Well, that's the thing. But it's like one of the most fun games I've played in a really long time. Like, it's kind of. Sometimes it's really ugly. Sometimes it's really pretty. Sometimes it plays like garbage, and then other times it plays really, really well. Like,
sounds very
this
inconsistent.
game is a paradox. Like, it's
like
it's so strange. It's hard to explain. Like, that I can both love and hate this game as much as I do.
It looks like it lands right in that uncanny valley area.
I mean,
of,
it
like,
literally does.
trying to be hyper realistic, but at the same time trying to stay cartoony.
It's like
Yeah.
It's because you have fucking Goku and Naruto fighting in Times Square,
mean,
and
yeah.
it's like, what the fuck
That's
is this?
the thing
that
is,
looks
though-
like some shit that you'd see off of like a fucking Chinese knockoff.
Yeah, that's exactly like one of those fucking like Naruto 2 RPG online, play free. That's exactly what that looks like to me.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
It works really well when you're playing. Like,
Of course it does.
There are two halves to this game.
Okay.
There is the gameplay. There's when you're fighting,
Yeah.
and there is everything else. There's like cutscenes and like the hub. Cutscenes look like Source Filmmaker. Like they're so bad.
yeah.
Like
I've seen some cutscenes online. They look really bad.
So bad. There was one, my favorite scene that we got the privilege to experience was it was like a cutscene where I think you're playing as Gaara from Naruto, and you have to save Jotaro from Dio.
Jesus Christ!
But it's like Gaara runs up and like first you get a little cutscene of like Dio being like, "Hey Jotaro, I'm back to life and I'm gonna beat you up," and then Jotaro's like, "Oh no!" and then Gaara shows up, and then Dio's like, "All right, bye," and starts walking away really slowly. And it cuts to Gaara, and he goes, "Oh no, he's getting away, quick!" And you can see Dio slowly walking away in the background, like he's not in any rush to get out of there, but Gaara's really excited about it. Like it,
Jeez.
the cutscenes and the story and all of that, just absolutely awful. Like some of the worst I've ever experienced. But
especially for like a $60 game. Oh
but
my god!
the game, because this is a fighting game. When you're fighting, this game looks incredible.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's what I was thinking, because I watched like a little live stream today. It looks
in motion,
astounding.
In motion, the game is like absolutely gorgeous. The fights are big and flashy and chaotic. Like they look like just a really weirdly HD anime, and it's pretty awesome.
So legitimately, they put all of the money and all of the shit into like just everything else but the cutscene.
Oh hell yeah, they did.
They outsourced the cutscenes.
Like
they probably did, honestly.
Probably, I wouldn't doubt it actually.
Like that's there's so many things wrong with this game, but at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, it's a fighting game where I can play as Ichigo from Bleach and have him fight like Rio from like City, City Hunters. And that's cool. It's something special, and I love it.
All I know is that with Jump Force is that, like, for the most part, I mean, actually, sorry, not just Jump Force, fighting games in general, you never play the fighting game for the story. That was the same thing with fucking Street Fighter V, Soul
I've
Calibur.
Heard Mortal Kombat actually is supposed to be a good
story.
Like
NetherRealms games have really good...
they have decent stories. I actually will admit that, but...
And I know the Persona Arena Fighter is actually supposed to have a decent story, too. Not, like, amazing. Blaze Blue, too! Holy shit, Blaze Blue has a fucking insane, batshit, like, crazy story.
It does. But 9 times out of 10, when you're playing a fighting game, you're not really playing
gameplay.
You're playing it with your friends, you're sitting down on the couch, and you're fucking around, and that's it.
I like, touched Ultimate's story mode once, and then I just play online. That's all I do.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, like, I got pretty far into Ultimate Story. Like, I got halfway through, like, the campaign, like, to the second half of the game, and I got pretty far. I was just like, man, this is bullshit.
I did the same thing. I got to the second half of the game, and I was like, oh, it's not over, and then I stopped playing the story.
Didn't end?
Like,
I must have put, like, at least 20 hours into that story, and then I was just like, what the fuck? No, thank you.
I kind of want to make a push to try and finish that now that I brought it up. Just to say just to say I did it.
It's not.
Just get to Gala and then be done with it.
Corey, it's not worth it.
No. Like, the fight with Gala's cool. The rest of the game, not so much.
Your effort to make me forget about it only makes me want to play it more.
Oh, no.
It's a paradox.
Are you saying I can't do it?
Yeah, I knew someone in high school who did the exact same thing when I said, don't play Dead Space on hard in one night, dude. That's just going to drain you. And he was like, you saying what? And then he did it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna report about it next week. Or 2 weeks. Whenever we do our next podcast.
Yeah.
Which is the weekend of Toricon, actually.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh snap! That's
Toricon,
coming.
baby.
We'll all be in the same room.
I'm excited for Toricon.
All be
That's
together.
gonna be so much fun.
That'll be a really good podcast.
Fucking drinks on me, man.
Oh
Hey.
yeah.
Fucking drunk episode. Episode
Oh,
4.
fuck
That'll be
that.
it.
No.
I don't. Yeah. I'll have a beer in my hand, is what I'm saying.
I mean, I could still have a drink, but I'm not gonna. You know, we don't have to be fucking lust. Oh my god.
What?
You know, lit.
Lust.
Because I heard you say lust, and it's like,
Yeah, I heard lust.
I did. I wanted to say.
I called gluttony.
Lush. I almost said lush,
Oh, lush.
but then I went and said lust, and I was like, wait.
There's a lot of debauchery going on in this week's episode.
Hey,
Yeah.
the word of the day again.
There we go.
Debauchery.
Our vocab word.
Yeah, it's our vocab word. Debauchery. To debauch. So
Debauchery to fucking destroy the humankind.
Same.
Joe, Joe, I just want to know how you go about that, destroying all of humankind.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
you, instead of getting on the train, someone backs into you,
Oh.
and you fall onto the tracks, but you're, like, the train conductor manages to stop the train.
Right.
And instead of people helping you out, like, oh, yeah, okay, they try and pull you out so they can beat the shit out of you for delaying their train.
Joe, this just sounds like...
And that's how you destroy humankind.
This just sounds like a bad day for you in New York City. I was hoping for, like, a big mass plan to, like, take out the human race, but...
Yo, dude, believe me, if someone delays the train, that destroys everyone's day.
I
That
guess.
is not just my day destroyed. That is, like, probably a couple thousand people.
Yeah, but
right
that's just
there.
New York City. That's
Yeah.
not going to affect California. That's not
couple
going to
thousand
affect...
people in New York City. That's all of humankind.
Yeah, pretty much. Fuck everywhere else, man.
I think disease is the way to go. I think that's
Probably the right way to do it.
Yeah. A new form
yeah,
of
if you
disease
want-
that hasn't been discovered yet.
Super AIDS.
Even worse.
Super duper AIDS.
A mental disease.
Oh, shit.
It's
Is it the gay?
called choriitis.
It's choriitis. It's when
Wow.
give me a minute. Keep going. I'll come up with a description for choriitis later in the episode.
All right.
Okay.
I'll think about it periodically.
Yeah, just real quick before we get away from Jump Force. Too far away, I guess. Something that I was kind of excited about is that...
I'm sorry. I came up with the answer, but keep going.
all right.
Okay.
The DLC characters for this first season have been data mined, so we know what they're going to be, which is pretty cool. There's like 9 characters in the first season pass, and the first one is Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh, which is going to be pretty cool.
Yes. Oh my god. I'm buying Jump
Because,
Force. That's it.
Yugi's already in the game, and he's pretty great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for Kaiba. That's going to be fantastic. And there's there's 2 Bleach characters. There's Hitsugaya Toshiro, who's like the ice guy, the little guy with ice powers.
Yeah.
And there's Grimmjow, who he's like one of the hollow guys. He comes a little later.
I just like his name.
Oh.
Grimjaw.
Yeah, he has a good name. His last name is, or I guess this is his first name because it's Japanese. So last name is Grimmjow. It's Jaeger Yaquez. It's not Japanese, but it's pretty long. And then All Might and Bakugo are going to be in it.
Yep.
Bisky from Hunter x Hunter, so she's going to be pretty cool because
that'd be cool.
a bunch of the characters have transformations, so she's going to have her like gigantic, like she's going to be All Might pretty much.
Yeah.
A lot of Hunter x Hunter Togashi love in
There
this
is
game.
a lot. There's so many. Well, there are a lot of Hunter x Hunter characters, but I'm kind of disappointed at some of the characters that aren't in there. Because they got like all the ones that really matter. Like it has Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and Hisoka.
It has Hisoka.
But it doesn't have Meruem, which makes me really sad.
Yeah, like Meruem or Bisky instead of Meruem is a weird choice.
Yeah,
to
like
me.
I'm surprised. Like Bisky's cool. But
no, she is. I love her.
Like
but, come
Meruem
on.
or Netero would have been like way cooler.
Yeah, like fucking Netero. Come on.
Um,
Or even.
sorry, God.
No. Like I was just gonna say that. Just basically, yeah. There's so many more characters they could have chosen.
Yeah, but I mean, she's cool. But yeah, and then Boo from Dragon Ball is going to be in it. It doesn't specify which Boo, but exciting either way because Boo's awesome. Madara.
You said that.
Madara from Naruto and Law from One Piece are all going to be in it. It's going to be pretty dope.
There's a big leak.
Yeah, it's 9 characters, which is.
Do you think this DLC is going to cost $93?
No, this one's it's $30 for the season pass for Jump Force.
Oh wow! So
which is
you get 9
standard.
characters and it's a reasonable price.
Yeah, but how many?
Yeah, there we go.
But how many
There's-
costumes?
0 costumes.
Yeah,
Stares
no
at
costumes.
that's
They
where they're
already
missing
have
out. That's where they're
costumes.
missing out.
Fighting games that have different costumes can eat my ass.
Nah, I love costumes. I don't want to pay for
Yeah, but-
costumes, but I like costumes.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't want to pay for them. I'll make my character look as plain as possible as long as I get all the characters.
As naked as possible.
If they have
Just the goal.
Yami, if they have Yami as naked as
I'm-
possible as a costume, then I'll give a
I'm-
shit. Outside of that,
I'm sad that there aren't any more Black Clover characters. Like I'm happy.
I know it's.
I'm
stupid.
happy that Asta's in there at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is sad that
Could you imagine fucking Charmy in this game?
yo,
Could you fucking imagine Charmy in this
are
game?
you caught up with the newest chapter? You're not caught up yet, right?
No,
Okay, then
I'm
I
on
won't-
like 139.
Then I won't talk about it.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, it'd be awesome. But yeah, that's all I had to say on Jump Force. I mean, I have more that I want to say, but I will not for time's sake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you guys all have Tetris on yours, so I guess that would be a good one to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Sure,
talk about
yeah.
Tetris
Yeah, let's just talk
99.
about Tetris.
Before we get into that, though, do you want to hear what choreitis is?
Yeah, sure.
Go for
Sure.
it.
Let's make it real fast.
Let's finish this bit.
Okay, let's speed that out. I don't want to forget about it later. So as some of you might know, most of you don't. There's a ongoing bit that I'm just attracted to amputees.
Oh my god. I already know where this is.
Choreitis is a mental condition where you want me to be most attracted to you, and the only way to do that is self-amputation.
Damn.
God.
So people try to amputate their body parts, and that ultimately kills them.
And that's how he destroys mankind.
That's how I destroyed mankind.
Good
It's a
stuff.
sad time.
Well-
It's a sad time. It was a lot darker.
Oh.
I can't believe I laughed so hard earlier at that. As I was saying it, my joy kept fading.
I'll
Jesus
have the
Christ.
resistive gene.
Yeah,
and then I'll populate.
Joe
the
will be
world.
the only one to survive because we know he's genetically immune to being attracted to Corey.
Yep.
Damn it. Anyway, so Tetris 99 is a pretty fun game where you play Tetris, but as a battle royale.
It's Fortnite but Tetris.
It's Fortnite
I like
Tetris.
to call it this. I like to call it the Lost Dreamcast game.
PUBG.
No, the reason why it's Fortnite but Tetris is because Fortnite has building, so is Tetris.
Oh yeah, you build blocks.
You're
You
right.
build towers.
Yeah,
and
you're
Right.
building towers,
Right,
but
yeah.
Tetris towers.
You're very right. I'm addicted to this game.
So
Really?
yeah,
I
it's
love this
super
game.
I haven't-
It's awesome. It's so
I haven't
good.
played it at all yet.
the music is
'Cause,
a
like-
lot of fun.
Oh yeah, the music is great. The sound effects are really good.
It's the
I love
classic
this game.
Tetris theme, and it's
Yeah.
awesome. And then when you hit like 50, like once you're like halfway through, it gets more intense, and it's like
It's like EDM
shit.
dance.
Absolutely.
Music.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh man, I mean the Tetris games that have come out have been crazy. Like you had the Tetris Effect that came out recently.
Oh,
That
with
was
the,
like-
the VR thing.
Yeah, that was like
yeah.
by the guys that made
I've
Rez.
been wanting to play that game.
That fucking game is super aesthetic. And then you have Tetris 99 coming out. Dude, this is like Tetris's big
Good year
moment.
for Tetris.
I'm telling you, like
a real good
between
year.
those
I mean,
two
every year
games,
is a good year for
both-
Tetris. Maybe except for like 2013. But Puyo Puyo came out around then, and I think that like obviously
Yeah.
a good game.
Right.
Destroyer of Friendships.
I just
Yep.
wish they had a tutorial level for this because I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to trying to
Yeah.
attack other people by destroying rows. Like taking your own rows out, you effectively give them to other people and try to hurt them with that. But
Yeah.
I just don't know really what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
my
it's like
biggest complaint.
I think this game relies a lot on people playing like the fucking like tens of Tetris battle games that have been out.
Yeah.
and not actually being like, oh, this is people's first Tetris battle.
You know, it's like I never look at the strategy guide any video game offers me, but as soon as it's not there in Tetris 99, I want it.
Yeah, like just to at least explain what the fuck is going on.
Come on, give it to me.
I was hoping for at least a little bit of a tutorial just to kind of get me to understand like what like like attacker, KO, and like all that other stuff meant, and like because you control that with like the left with the right stick, I mean, and it's like it has like badges and all that stuff, and I don't know what any of that means, and I'm just like, okay, to me this is nothing, so I'm just playing Tetris, and of course I get my ass kicked, and I'm like, what? So I've only the farthest I made it was like level 34. I've only made it in like the top 30.
I'm a 15.
So like
12.
Just flexing. Oh god, all the way to round 15.
Yeah, what's up?
I was like I'm hard trash like at this game, but I mean it doesn't matter because in the end it's Tetris and I'm having a lot of fun. And Tetris is like a classic game. Like you just
and the fact that it's free is amazing.
It wasn't free for me because I had to spend $20 to get the online service. So I spent $20 for Tetris 99 technically.
That is true.
It was not free for me, but it was worth it. It actually was completely worth it.
Yeah.
So that sounds like that's it for Tetris.
Yeah. So Pokemon Sword and Shield is another good one. Ryan, you just destroyed everything in the docket.
I did. I fucked up our docket. Sorry, I meant to do cross out.
All right.
Pokemon is a video game.
It is.
That is taking place in the United Kingdom.
Pokemon.
Yo, do you think
is
they're gonna
video
say?
game.
Do you think they're gonna be? Oi, you cheeky.
I really hope so. I'm disappointed. The one thing that I'm well, not the one thing, but one of the things that I'm disappointed is this game's not going to have voice acting, so we're not going to get really shitty like English accents.
I fucking wish that was the thing.
I want it so bad.
It's kind of wild that they're not doing voice acting, but I guess I can also kind of see it because no, Zelda did it, so fucking goddamn it, Nintendo.
Yeah, I know. That's like, oh well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's a minor thing, but I definitely feel that. It's like, oh, I wish there was a little bit of voice acting.
It's Pokemon, so I've learned not to expect too much from them. These games don't change very fast.
No.
They've. I mean, to be fair,
like,
they've kept the formula for so long, and it's worked.
They don't need to change, but
exactly.
It'd be nice.
So,
I don't know if this is just like me seeing the trailer, but I know in like Let's Go, like the Pokemon actually appear over the world. Like you can approach them.
Yeah.
Are they going to random encounters for this game?
Yeah, they're back to random encounters for some reason.
I know, which I heard that was like the best aspect of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
That was one of the things that really disappointed me when the trailer came out. I was like, why are we going back to random encounters? Like, I thought we finally caught up with modern RPGs.
Yeah. It was so nice knowing you could just avoid the random encounters if you could.
Yeah, I watched my roommate play it, and I was like, wow, that's actually really nice. And she's like, yeah, it's amazing. And if they don't bring it over into Pokemon Sword and Shield, I'll be mad. And guess what?
What was that?
My chair just kind of broke, but it's okay.
Damn, Joe's having all kinds of trouble tonight.
Joe's world is falling apart tonight.
Welcome to my life, baby.
This is the cursed episode.
Where everything besides my work life is a disaster.
That's a great concept for a show, a cursed episode where like we're all haunted while
Oh my god,
doing our
that episode name, the cursed episode.
The Halloween episode.
That should be the name of this episode. The Halloween special.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a good
R.L. Stein's Goosebumps.
Sorry, what were we saying?
We're
Pokemon Sword and Shield. We were upset about
the
random encounter in there.
Yeah, there's.
I mean, the game still looks really good though.
I think the game looks great. I think the only thing, like generally, that disappointed me is how much it looks like Sun and Moon. Like not like.
Yeah, the game does not look as generationally
not
different.
like visually.
Yeah.
I just mean like
it
hasn't gameplay wise. It doesn't look like it's from what little we've seen. It doesn't look like that big of a step forward. It looks like it's building off of that base. Like it doesn't have the overworld characters. It doesn't have like a as far as we can tell, like a controllable camera. Like that's unfortunate.
It's very much.
a Pokemon game. It's not something different.
I mean, I did not play Sun and Moon, but the last Pokemon game I ever played was Aqua Sapphire, the re-release. I think it was.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Omega Ruby, yeah, that was.
Mm.
I played Aqua Sapphire, so I mean, if I haven't played, since then, I don't know, or like X and Y, those are the two I've played really. I poured most of my time into those. Is like the shift between those like different? Like if I skipped out on Sun and Moon?
From there to Sun and Moon, they changed a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you played Sun and Moon, it's like very little.
It seems like HD Sun and Moon to me.
Okay.
But
yeah, it looked very similar.
It does have a lot of like big this game looks like it's gonna have gym battles. Like it's not gonna have the totem trials or whatever. I hated those. Okay. So this is
those were really
a more
boring.
Traditional approach in that aspect is really nice. So I guess it's
okay.
I mean, I'm gonna complain anyway and then buy the game and still play it. So
and still beat it to completion and shit.
It's still a new
just who we are.
Still a new Pokemon game. So
yeah.
My coworker was asking me, should I buy a Switch? And he's like, I really want to get the new Pokemon game because he saw the Sword and Shield trailer. And I told him, I'm like, dude, cut your losses. Wait until Sword and Shield comes out and then buy a Switch.
Or even just like, I don't know, a couple weeks before the game comes out.
I'm like, because by the time it comes out, it'll be like near Black Friday. You could get probably a really good deal on a Switch, and then you can get Pokemon Sword and Shield immediately. That could be your first game. Mm-hmm. And
it's a good idea.
I personally thought it was a fantastic idea because he also wanted a new TV anyways. So
yeah.
But get
the TV first.
I feel like if anybody else is in that same situation, I'm gonna tell you that just if you really want Pokemon Sword and Shield, and that's the only thing you're really looking forward to on the Switch right now, which I'm kind of astounded by because there's so many other fantastic games. But if that's
real life, like a lot of people I've talked to that I want to Switch, but only for Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Like I literally just want that to be my Pokemon machine. I'm like, that's why though?
Yeah, I'm like, if that's really it, then wait. Literally, don't buy a Switch until Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out, and then buy it.
Because goddamn, it is unfathomable to me that
there's so many good games on the Switch.
That's the thing. To drop that much money on a console and just play one game.
I'm gonna spend $300 for Smash Bros. That's literally what it's like. It's like there was somebody that I know that did that. He's like, "Oh yeah, I only bought the Switch so I could play Smash Bros." I'm like, "So you spent $300, $360, almost near $400."
I get it. People like the games, but good lord, if that was the case, I'd just rent a Switch or something like that.
Or borrow your friends. I don't know. Go to your friend's house and be like, yo, let's play some Switch. I want to play some games. And then he's like, yeah, sure. And he'll you guys can hang out.
I guess people have prioritized their money for reasons or whatever. I don't know.
But I want to know.
To me, that's crazy.
Yeah. I want to know what everyone's starters for.
Oh yeah, this is an important conversation that we need to have.
Sword and Shield.
It's Bunny.
Yeah,
it's Bunny.
Do you know the bunny's name, Joe?
I remembered at one point, but I don't remember now.
It's literally Score Bunny.
I don't care. It's Bunny.
It's just like Scorch and Bunny. Mine is Sobble.
Yeah, I'm a Sobble boy. Until
he's cute.
Yeah, I saw
now.
The memes.
For now,
that little face.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the evolutions yet. That will sway me because it has before.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah, my first with Sun and Moon was going to be, the seal. But after seeing that Rowlet turns into an archer, I was like, I need that. Archer is one of my absolute favorite fantasy fighting weapons.
I fell in love with Rowlet right from the beginning. I was like, yo, that's my boy. And then when he turned into Decidueye, I was like, yo, that is also my boy.
That's my man.
I've fallen in love with starters pretty much right from the get-go.
Yeah, same.
If I like that base form, usually the second form I don't like really compared to the other two.
It's the tension when you wait for the amazing look of the third and final form.
Yeah.
It has to be bad to make the last one look better.
Yeah.
It's their teen years. They're pretty ugly, but you know what? You live through
but
them.
So were we.
Yeah, that's the thing. Their teen years are ugly, and so are mine.
I'm still.
Oh, fuck. That Pokemon's crying in the corner thinking about how you were shaming him.
I'm still
because
in my
he really
evolution.
liked MCR, dude. He just really likes Gerard Way, dude.
I B-button my second evolution.
I mean, I still like Gerard
Way.
Way.
I can't go back.
Although
I'll probably be fucking 40 years old and still like Gerard Way.
Do you think Pokemon Sword and Shield's gonna have a $93 DLC called Pokemon Gun?
I hope so.
Pokemon Gun.
I mean,
Dude,
I
that
think
meme
of
was
the Pokemon
funny
Gun.
as shit. Nobody can tell me otherwise. That Pokemon Gun meme was funny.
Pokemon Gun.
Oh yeah, Pokemon Gun was so fast and just like holy shit.
Only
I'm
for
glad that this is what
$93.
happened.
Oh my gosh.
Also, you can also put like 63 costumes on your Pokemon.
I hate
Look
that.
at
Can I do like a minimalist version where it's Pokemon Fist? I don't get any weapon at all. It's me
Okay.
against the Pokemon. I'm the Pokemon. I have to just punch my way through the Elite Four.
Pokemon Knife and Gun. You brought a knife to a gunfight.
Okay, but
You
like,
brought a gun to a knife fight.
okay, but like, actually, I would be really into Pokemon Sword and Shield having like DLC stuff. Not like $93,
Oh,
No.
but like every Pokemon game has had like the download stuff that comes out afterwards, but it's always like loaded onto the game, like it's like up to like a year before it actually gets released.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
So it'd be cool if this was the generation that introduced like real DLC for Pokemon.
that would be
That way,
really
like
great.
all of the
actually.
secret legendaries aren't spoiled like months and months ahead of time. Because
and I also really hope that like we get to a point where everyone can access that without like having this stupid time window and shit. Because like I never did any of the DLC stuff in Sun and Moon because it's always like, oh, you can only get it at this time and then never again, and it's like, well, that's stupid.
yeah, that
I get why that was like a thing in like the 90s, but like it's the year 2019. We have like internet.
Have
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
yeah, the
have
timed
technology.
events are kind of lame. I think the ones, most of them are like fine because you just have to sit in your living room and download it over Wi-Fi. But the ones that like you have to go to GameStop for are stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
those are
what the fuck?
bullshit.
Jeez.
Because like
That's annoying.
I don't like it. That's so like
No.
beyond outdated. Like what?
Oh my god,
What
yeah.
other game
Yeah.
does that?
Like I hope none at this point.
Just Pokemon because it's wildly behind the times. But all right.
Yeah, just outdated as shit, but you know, it's still a good game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still,
I'm gonna buy it.
Still
I'm gonna
very
play it.
excited.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna buy it when it comes out.
I can't wait for them to show more like Pokemon, like new ones.
Mhm.
I hope that this
I need to know them
generation.
evolutions.
Yeah, a couple of the things that I really want is I want like more regional variants like they introduced in Sun and Moon. I thought that was one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot too.
And I want like cross-gen evolutions, like just like normal evolutions for old Pokemon, like they introduced in like Diamond and Pearl. Because like the Mega evolutions are cool, but I want like real ass evolutions. Because I like the idea of like the regional variants and the Mega Pokemon and the evolutions. It like kind of keeps old characters fresh. And I want to see more of that in this one, like a lot more. But who knows?
Definitely.
Who knows?
Who knows?
How many of you guys
Joe.
play? Oh, I'm sorry. Go, Ryan.
I was gonna say Joe, Corey, you guys played Yoshi?
I literally was about to ask how many people played
Yeah,
Yoshi.
I finally played the Yoshi demo and I really liked it.
I did today. I played it today.
I played it last
Yeah,
week.
I really enjoyed that demo.
It was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I was actually surprised how short that demo was.
Yeah, it was only like a couple levels or something like
I
that.
thought it was only a level.
Well, it was,
No, there was like
But yeah, you could replay it differently.
yeah.
But
I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was really
I could-
cute. I'm not going to get the
I could
game,
super
but
pretty.
I like the demo.
yeah, I don't want to be hurt like I was with Kirby Allies.
Yeah, it seems really like that game seems like a good $40 game. I don't know about a $60 game.
God no.
I'm gonna go back and play it later because I found all those flowers you find in Yoshi games.
Yeah.
I collected all the coins. I could not find all the red coins.
Really?
Yeah, no, that was tough. Like I couldn't do that either.
I did that when I played through it. Like,
I have to go through again and be a little bit more I have to look harder. Is what I'm saying. I could not find the word.
So is Yoshi a good game then? Because
Oh,
I mean, I didn't play the demo.
No,
I'm
it's
the
really
only
good.
one in this that happened.
yeah, it's really
No,
good.
yeah, it's
Okay.
really cute. It's visually really good.
It's beautiful. Like it's probably one of the best looking games on Switch, just in my opinion.
yeah.
Okay.
It's yeah.
Yoshi's like hyper textured.
Yeah, like insane, and like the depth of field effects are just unreal.
I think
like,
that's
it's
really
a really
nice.
pretty game.
I like the
Okay.
depth of field and the bokeh you get.
The motion blur is also like, I hate motion blur in video games, but like it was really good.
I
in
still
this
thought
one.
it was annoying when the world like flipped around, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it was kind of nauseating.
I thought, please no, just give me no motion blur. Just give me that stutter you usually see.
Yeah.
But I guess that's that for Yoshi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
short, sweet, and simple.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
demo. We'll see if the game itself is good. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I definitely want to play that actually at some point, but like $60 is maybe a little high.
Mhm.
I would get
Uh,
it, but like Devil May Cry 5 is coming out like the same time. So,
That's
That's the
what
other
I'm
thing.
holding out
Like,
for. Is
I was
Devil May Cry
actually
5.
figuring out my funds just to be able to afford that game
Yeah.
because that's coming out like literally in a couple
Yep.
days, or is it just a week? Friday, right?
real soon.
It's like the
Yeah,
8th.
I think it's the 8th. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a Friday. Thank you, Capcom. Then I can actually like play the
Oh
game.
yeah.
There you go. Oh.
Speaking of Capcom, Joe.
They're actually doing pretty all right now, if I had to say so myself. They're
Yeah?
doing a lot of things that aren't pissing me off, which is better than literally the past 10 years of Capcom.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it definitely feels like they've kind of like turned around.
Good for Capcom. Good for them.
I know. They've been pumping out some pretty good
Marvel
stuff.
vs. Capcom Infinite was hot garbage, but besides that, they're doing pretty good.
He cut off, so I have no idea what he said.
But besides that, oh no.
Oh no?
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Oh,
Joe.
okay. We thought that you
Hello?
were gone and dead.
Welcome back.
so-
Welcome back to the show, Joe.
So, okay. I said that besides Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite being hot garbage, Capcom is doing pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, especially with RE2 and stuff like that, it's like, holy shit, they are just racking in the dough.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2 is awesome. Like, probably, I mean, it's only February, and I haven't played Metro Exodus yet, but so far, that's probably one of my favorite games to come out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, RE2 or Metro Exodus?
RE2.
Oh, okay.
I haven't played Exodus yet.
I
Probably gonna wait a little bit because I know there's like a lot of issues that they have to iron out that I'd rather not experience. Also, I kind of want to upgrade my graphics card to play that game. I know that's like going to be expensive as shit, but like, I really want ray tracing.
Fair.
It's really
fair.
nice. Makes it look super.
It's like it actually makes it look entirely different. Like artistically speaking, it looks like a different game,
Look
and
at
it's like
that
what the fuck.
cinematic lighting.
Yeah.
It's not even cinematic. It's just real. It's like how light would actually work
Okay.
in
Yeah.
real life,
I'm
and
sorry,
like that's wild.
Sorry, my adjective wasn't good enough for you, Joe.
Listen,
Okay. It's kind of what I have to do on this podcast,
Did you play the RE2?
which is called
Fourth
"Oh
Survivor?
Baby a Triple." Just gonna insert that, just in case anyone forgets what they're listening to.
Thanks, Corey.
and I have not played any of the DLC yet, but I want to. I am taking a little bit of a break from Resident Evil 2 because I started the second story because I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be like way different because it's like, you know, just the second scenario, and it's not. And I got to like Mr. X really early in the second story, and it's like, I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm good. So I think I'm gonna move on to like a different game now.
It's cool.
I'm trying to figure out what that game should be because I have like 3 of them lined up that I've been meaning to play for like
Yeah,
probably 10 years.
I've you know how like the beginning of the year I was doing really well and I like started steamrolling through my backlog. So I've
Yeah.
gotten really busy since then, and the games have started to pile up again. So
Yep.
I feel that I'm in the same spot where I planned on being really productive as far as catching up on my games, but I have not. I keep starting to.
Like I gotta still keep playing The World Ends With
That's
You, and
one of the ones on mine too.
and I bought a couple games that I was just like configuring before I played. Like I booted up Yakuza 0, I booted up Fallout New Vegas, like just to get the settings right. And I was just like, damn it, I need to. I've been telling my friend that I was gonna play New Vegas for like probably 9 years now, and I still have not even touched that game.
You're just
Man.
leaving him in limbo, dude.
Yeah, and like New Vegas is like his favorite Fallout,
It's
so
a
it's like holy
fucking
shit.
awesome game. I played all of New Vegas. I love Fallout New Vegas. It's one of my favorites. I think it's better than
I'll have
Fallout 3.
Yeah,
and
no,
Fallout
that's the
4.
general consensus that I've heard is that like
it is
New Vegas is the shit, and then like the other Bethesda made games are not good.
Yeah.
I tried playing 3 and I was like, I'm not into this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like Fallout, so I had the same experience. But I did like New Vegas.
I've been trying to go through my backlog too, so I feel Harry's plight a lot because like I wanted to play Persona 5 this weekend, but I just never had time, and I was a little upset because I really want to beat that fucking game because God, I love Persona and I just want to beat it, and it's been out for like so long.
My New Game Plus for Persona 5 is also on my backlog.
Man.
I'm not even bothering until Crimson comes out
man.
or Red, whatever the fuck.
There's
they're
a
called.
rumor
I mean-
about that again, that it's going to be coming out in the fall, I think. I don't know.
That makes
For
sense.
Switch and PS4.
Fuck yeah, that will get me to play it.
That'll get me to play it
Like
a
I won't get
third
it for
time.
PS4 because I already have it, but like on Switch, fuck yeah.
I'm going to buy it on Switch and PS4.
Wow,
Yeah,
look at you,
I'm
Yikes.
money flex.
not even. I can't afford to do that. I'm just that big of a whore for that game.
God damn it, Terry.
Jeez.
I mean, I say with fucking Torinosuke on my desk looking at me all the time.
Yeah.
He's a cutie.
Also, speaking of Persona, I just started playing Persona 3 Portable on my Vita.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I'm only like a couple hours into the game. I'm not
Yeah.
loving it as much as the other games so far, which I guess is to
I
be
think-
expected because it's older.
Yeah.
It's old as
And it-
shit.
It is.
It's pretty pared down because it's the PSP version.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all those cutscenes are basically
Yeah.
gone.
The non-existence of like an overworld kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That too.
I played Persona 3 on the PlayStation 3. This was like way before like obviously Persona 5 or things like that. I downloaded Persona 3 and Persona 4 on the PlayStation 3, so I totally get it. Like if I was to play Persona 3 now after playing Persona 5, oh my god, it would be like, yo, whoa, oh, wow. It's like
It's a very old game.
it's a jump. It is a
And
jump.
honestly, the
into
story
cold
isn't
water.
like as good either.
No, so far I haven't. Not. The characters are all right, but like, the story's kind of. I'm only at the very beginning though, so I'm sure. There's a
Persona
lot
3
more.
has a good story. I definitely wouldn't say it's up there with like Persona 4. I think Persona
No.
4 has a fucking banger of a story.
Yeah,
I
Persona
also,
4 definitely has like one of the best of like that trilogy that the director did.
I cannot go on the basis of Persona 5 still because I'm still working on that game, but I also still kind of like the story a little bit more on Persona 5 than I do Persona 3, but that does not mean
Oh, for
Persona
sure.
3 is a bad game.
No, I mean
It is still I still hold that game very close to my
Persona
heart.
3 has Junpei. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's why I love that game. Junpei is one of my favorite characters. It's still a Persona game, so it's awesome. And I still hold it very close to me, even though
should
it's...
Yeah, no,
Play-
and I fucking love Kamaru. He's great. He's like the dog, I think, and I fucking love him.
Yeah,
I should play a Persona
That's
game at some point.
You definitely should.
it's a fun time. You'll enjoy it. It's very aesthetic.
If
It's got
Persona
the
5
music.
comes to Switch, Corey, you have no excuse.
And, I mean, if you just like the music, I mean, literally just listen to soundtracks all day.
That's what he does. I don't even know what that was supposed to be.
That's supposed to... I think he's trying to do the You'll Never See It Coming from
Yeah.
Persona 5.
Oh god.
I couldn't remember the
never see
words,
it
so I just said "ba." You never see me coming.
Good song. That's definitely the best battle theme.
It's isn't it like the main kind of selling theme for the whole game?
it's
That's kind of like the only
Yeah.
battle theme outside of boss
just a
fights.
battle.
Yeah,
Mm.
pretty much.
But yeah, like real quick before we get away from it, I just wanted to mention, because you mentioned that the game has a dog in it. That's actually like why I started playing. I bought it. Well, I bought it the day that my dog died, and so that's
Yeah.
Aw.
why I wanted to start playing that game, is because I knew there was a dog in it. I was gonna save it for the summer, but yeah. Rest in peace, Clancy. I love you. You're
Clancy,
cool.
Clancy was a good boy.
Clancy
Pray for
was good.
Clancy.
That's all I really wanted to say on Persona 3, though.
Can we do a moment of silence for Clancy, because we did one for Reggie? We could do one now for Clancy.
Sure, I
Pork.
guess.
There we
Yeah.
go.
So how is
That was
Resident
really
Evil
good.
2?
I mean, I just talked about it.
Yeah, here we're
Oh shit, I missed it.
We talked about it for a while.
frick, dude? Did you like black out through all of that?
I think I came. I think I left. I don't know where I went. I think I time warped.
Well, sorry, you missed it. Bye. Okay.
Dude.
Yeah, Kamaru's a good dog.
Damn.
He's a very good dog.
He's a good boy.
And then just quickly, like, to touch up on it, this isn't something we have to really talk about, but like, this has been a rumor for a while, but it looks like Modern Warfare 2 campaign remaster is actually going to be a thing this year. So that's pretty neat.
Ooh.
I mean, I'll play it because I enjoyed the Modern Warfare 2 campaign very much.
I won't.
It's okay.
Because like the best, I still think it's so funny that the best level in Modern Warfare 2 was also available as a free download for a demo, and that is like. That was the snowmobile level. Like, that is the best level in the whole game.
Oh my god.
And, like, you could play it for free. So
Yeah,
I hope they do the same thing for Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remaster. Like, I'll download the demo for that, and I'll be like, wow, this is great, I'm going to buy the game, and then just won't.
Now, do you
I did play Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, though.
Do you think they'll
I played
keep
it
the
once.
scene where they shoot up an airport in the game?
Oh.
I feel like it's going to be there, but, you know.
Especially, even at that time when that came out, that was really, like, pushing it. Everyone was like, that's a little much. And then even now,
that game,
I don't know.
That game was a lot. I don't really know, because, like, video game violence escalates, you know, with every generation and stuff like that, and the sort of desensitization comes with it. I don't know if No Russian has been, like, you know, like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if people won't take it as seriously again.
I don't think
but,
it'll be
like,
too much of a big deal now,
Yeah.
honestly.
I don't see any real reason to take it out because it already exists. Like, the game came out
existed
like
for
10 years ago.
Fair.
And, like, I mean, like, not to get political and shit, but, like, the state of terrorism is pretty much just as high and just as, like, you know, it's still a topic to this day. So, like, I think it would be, I don't know if I'd call it problematic to leave No Russian in, but it would definitely hurt the, you know, like, No Russian was a huge plot point for the story, like, back then. That's why, like, you know, they kept it in, because, like, you know, like, a major character died at that point. And it's like for them to remove it, or maybe even, like, remove the level and just make it a cutscene or something like that, I don't know if that'd have the same, like, impact for the art of the video game, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, again, not trying to condone those kind of activities at all, but, like, that is how that game was made, and that was how it was presented in 2009. So, like,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's a remaster, not a remake.
That's true. So, well, I guess we'll have to see. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of cool, but, you know, I mean, I think, didn't they do, yeah, because they did the HD remaster of Modern Warfare, so it's like, all right.
Yeah, they did.
I'm not shocked that they're going to do Modern Warfare 2. Those are, like, the two top-selling games in, like, the COD series, so it would make the most sense, especially for Call of Duty 2, Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, yeah. But the weird thing about it is that apparently it's just going to be the single player, and they're not going to ship the online.
That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, like,
you could literally go play any COD game now. Like, literally, you got Black Ops 4, which is
but
nothing.
They did ship the online for 4. They did do that.
Well, you know, it's again. I guarantee it's because Black Ops 4 is nothing but multiplayer versus this,
that's also,
you know,
true.
This can be their single player that makes up for it. You know, that there is none in Black Ops 4. So. And
apparently for Black Ops 5, they're going to be like, yeah, we're going to put a single player in. Well, that was a neat experiment, but yeah, no, we're definitely doing a single player this time. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, which is probably for the best.
Yeah. Also, F for respect.
Press F to pay respects.
Good.
Press F to pay respect.
Buy multiplayer. Hey, you guys want to go to the movies?
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about
time.
movies.
Movie
All
it
right.
up.
Let's start with the Oscars, because I think most of us
we have some shit to say about the Oscars.
I watched it this year. Honestly, I mean,
it's what I expected.
Okay.
Yeah. It was better, but still.
It was better. It was.
Jesus and Miro totally called the Green Book winning, and it's like, that's really funny.
Okay, did you hear about what happened, what Spike Lee did, actually, when Green Book won?
What did he do?
He got up out of his chair and tried to walk out of the auditorium, and the security wouldn't let him, so he went back to his chair, he stood up, but he kept his back turned to the stage as Green Book accepted their award.
Was he the...
He was... But to be fair, I don't blame him, because BlacKkKlansman was a far better movie than Green Book. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm a little upset that Green Book won. That's like the most milquetoast movie you could imagine.
Yeah, I found it funny when some people were using the Green Book winning Best Picture as like an excuse for it helping movies that are Netflix only. It's like, see, the Green Book won. Green Book was in theaters. These Netflix movies didn't win Best Picture, but like Best Picture's like
was
shittiest.
In theaters.
I know.
Like, it's not a very good reward.
Roma was in theaters. Fucking The Ballad of Buster Scruggs was in theaters. It was just limited time.
Yeah.
And it was in certain select theaters. So, and it was also in film festivals, so they can't say it wasn't, which is complete
that's the
bullshit.
thing. Like, that's like, I was thinking to myself, like, was Roma in theaters? Because like that's a rule of the Oscars. Like, it has to be in a theater or some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Netflix did pay a lot of money to the Oscars to get movies from Netflix to the Oscars, which I get, because obviously,
I get that.
I mean, because what it was is that these movies had very limited releases, or they were in festivals or things like that, and then Netflix purchased the license for them so that they could just have a wider appeal. So they were like, here, let's just wide release it onto our platform. And honestly, I have no issues with.
Oh no, like absolutely not.
I think times are changing. We're going all digital with like everything. So why do the?
I love the idea of like seeing a big movie like just at home.
When Steven Spielberg came out with that fucking statement, I actually wanted to throw up. I was like, "Are you?" I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but honestly, Netflix movies are fucking better than half the movies I sit in the theater to go see. To be honest.
Yeah.
I remember when I mean, like, I know a lot of people have like mixed opinions about this movie. Most of them are actually not very good, but like, or they didn't like it. But I liked watching what was the Cloverfield movie that just came out?
Cloverfield Paradox.
Oh yeah.
Because it felt like I was watching like a big screen movie, just like in my room, like on my computer, and then like on my phone, and I was like, I love this. I love having a quality movie, like a quality of production for a movie like that, like without actually having to go to the movie theater to see it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I wouldn't say quality of movie, but I would definitely say absolutely has like theater-esque qualities. Like that could have been something they
that could have been in theaters.
That could have been in theaters,
and I probably wouldn't have seen it because money.
That, but also
yeah.
But like seeing it like on Netflix at home, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm open to this.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I definitely agree with that, and I think that they should not exclude Netflix films from the Oscars.
No, I agree.
Please no.
I will say this: the best thing the Oscars did was get rid of that fucking host. Oh, blessed be, the actual show went by. Like it was a half hour shorter than typical.
It was fast, yeah.
It was like
it was a lot faster.
Oh, thank God they got rid of those bullshit skits that they always do. But even though there were skits, it's just they never went on as long, or it didn't halt the show to a complete like stop.
Oh,
because
I was honestly pretty like in the moment I was like, oh my God, move on to the next award. But in retrospect, like I was actively less annoyed with this Oscars compared to like all the other ones.
Yes, I do agree. I was a little upset though, I guess, with like some winners. Like I'm gonna be honest, I was not happy when Bohemian Rhapsody won like sound design and editing and also even just editing in general. I was like, what? And I was like,
I haven't seen it yet.
I was like, no, BlacKkKlansman should have won at least editing. Sound mixing should have gone to I don't know which one it was. It was like sound design and sound mixing. I think sound design was gonna go to Quiet Place, and sound mixing was gonna go to whatchamacallit. I wanted sound design to go to Stars Born. And I was really upset that those two movies did not even get it, and I was like, oh, really?
Yeah, it's
so
unfortunate.
It was.
I thought A Quiet Place did sound really good. I thought that was deserving.
Oh,
and I honestly thought it was going to get the award, but
Yeah, because it's like,
that movie
it
centers
was
around
awkward
sound.
to watch in theaters because, like, literally the first, like, half hour of the movie is, like, just silence, and it's like...
It's dead silence, but it's like... But when you hear noise, it is the most jarring shit, but it is amazing. Like, it is prominent, it's great, it's well done, and it's like...
it's like a really
sound is like the
well-done movie.
prominence of the film. Therefore, I was like, "Holy shit!" It like kind of
how
deserves
did you not
it.
win?
Exactly. Yeah. It was like, how didn't that win?
This is a good way for me to talk about how bad the movie Greta was.
Oh God.
I have no idea what the fuck
I
that
heard
movie
about
is
this
either.
movie, and I've heard nothing but bad shit about it, other than Corey.
I only saw this movie because me and my friend Sean Smith were like, we should go see a movie, and nothing was playing, so we said, oh, let's just go see Greta. And it's supposed to be this young girl who befriends an older woman, and then the older woman turns out to be like a kidnapper.
I remember seeing the trailer for that.
It's so
Oh, good.
I'll tell you
I
what,
would not like
it
this
is
movie.
so stupid. It is like, the pacing is awful, and the sound design is so bad. Every time this woman, like when you realize she's actually creepy, every time her face pops up on the screen, there's a really loud sting. There's a really loud orchestra, like boom. So
that's
it's like
a lot.
It's like they'll cut to Frances was the girl's name. They'll cut to Frances, Greta, boom. Frances's reaction, Greta, boom. And then they'll cut to Frances running away. It's Greta, boom. It was bad. And at times, Greta was like, who's like 60, was like strong-arming Frances, who's this like 22-year-old girl. Like,
that's a lot.
Punch that woman. Come on, Frances, just punch a cracker. There's a lot of me being angry at that movie, but I do want to mention one thing. If there's something I do appreciate about going to the movies, is that it doesn't have to get everything right to have like a good moment. As bad as Greta was, there was this moment in the movie that I actually thought was very well put together, very well made. You see Greta drip something from like a vial into a glass of milk for her dog, and it's obvious that it's some chemical and it's not good, because she's talking about like, ooh, this will make you feel better. I don't know. Well, then we cut to like Frances's apartment. She's putting her coffee in the microwave, and there's like a push in of the coffee in the microwave, and as it's done like heating up, she sits on her couch and she notices that her plant is wet and it's dripping water on the floor, and then she collapses, and Greta walks into the room and drags her out, and the water dripping from the plant onto the floor is a mirror of Greta dripping the whatever solution into the dog's milk. And it visually, if you see it, it is very easy to see like, oh shit, without saying it, they said that Greta poisoned her coffee by sneaking into her apartment. And I thought you can always take something good away from a movie, even if it's terrible.
That's a pretty wild scene.
It is, and it did not make up for the rest of the movie. The rest of the movie's bad. The rest of the movie's just so bad.
I'm glad where it's like, wow, that scene was so brilliant, and then, oh yeah, fuck the rest of
that one shot was so brilliant, so good, and then it was just back to bad movie.
And then it oozed black slime.
I feel like if I were even just like, oh, I just should watch that one scene, I feel like it wouldn't even be that like rewarding, because like I hadn't seen like that hour of the movie or however long.
I swear the writer was like, I have to get one thing right. I just got to get one thing right. And instead of making a wholly terrible movie, he made like one good scene. And he's like,
I don't want my reputation to be completely tarnished.
One scene, put it all right. This, I'm gonna write it really good. And then the rest of the movie is like him just kind of word vomiting everything up.
Oh,
blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It was frustrating, this whole movie. Greta was bad.
I'm not going to see it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see Greta. I've heard enough about it, and I was like, yeah, no, this doesn't seem like my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Would you say that you regret seeing it?
Oh my god. That's literally the only thing you say through this whole goddamn segment. God damn it, Harry.
That was bit of the show.
It could have been.
It
could have been better.
Oh my god!
You're both bad.
I fucking want to throw up.
No one here is right.
So Jake Sully's got a rocky marriage in his next movie.
Oh boy.
I read this article, and James Cameron's describing a 3-page scene where he's just fighting with Neytiri. It's just and they got like 7 kids.
Why?
No, it's funny, and he's like, the scene is, and I love it when directors have to tell you why something's important in the movie. Like, thank you. He's like, it's so important so that like the kids can see like the conflict that's rising in their parents and understand that there's conflict going on in the world around them.
Good.
James Cameron,
because the divorce rate isn't through the roof as it is.
Yeah.
I feel like James Cameron just keeps shoving shit out of his ass.
I mean,
in, like so many different ways.
The ultimate intimacy. You know what? I'm 3 for 3 with that quote.
Yeah, every single episode.
I can't believe this.
And let's be honest, this movie's never gonna happen. Avatar 5 through 8
Avatar 2 is the halfway
is not
through
happening.
movies.
Avatar like
Oh no! Don't
7
say that.
is
Don't
not
say that.
ever
Ryan,
gonna happen.
Ryan, don't say that.
You're gonna
I
make
need
Corey
these
cry.
movies.
I'm going to. Here, let's hear. Here, that's it. The Corey cries episode.
Ryan,
Here
you
it
know
comes.
how people lived through Star Wars and like how fantastic of a movie series that was.
Don't, Corey, please don't say that.
Don't
say what
no,
you're about to say.
Let me finish.
I
The
to hear this.
Avatar movies are all my Star
God
Wars
damn it.
movies.
Why are you like this?
I hate you so much.
Why are you like this?
I need something,
Corey.
okay?
Oh my god.
Corey, if you want to see something that has James Cameron's name on it, just go see Alita Battle Angel. Like Jesus.
You told me it was a bad movie.
No, it's okay. It's like mediocre at best. It's
Listen,
fine.
I just need
it's a
these
fine
movies.
Mediocre
movie.
at best, my
I
guy.
need these movies, okay?
Mediocre isn't that bad.
These movies-
It's like it's okay.
These movies
Like,
tuck me
mediocre's
in
bad.
at night and kiss me to sleep like my mom used to, and just make me feel all warm
my
and
God.
fuzzy knowing that they're there. You know?
But
It's like I feel safe at night knowing they're around.
But remember, Corey, Star Wars actually comes out. These movies will never come out.
Listen, if Star Wars had another set of prequels, I feel like they'd still be better than these Avatar movies.
Which are non-existent.
But I still need them, okay? I just need these movies.
Oh man. Oh my
So,
God.
Space Jam 2 is filming this summer.
Okay.
With LeBron James.
Okay.
Man,
LeBron James.
are they gonna CGI like the Looney Tunes, or are they gonna keep that live
fuck
act?
yeah.
Like
There was-
that
They're gonna
drawing?
CGI the shit out of them.
There was
Oh,
nothing
God
about
damn
it,
it.
but I would love if they went back to like,
Dude, if
if
they
they
did
kept
it
the
how they
2D
did,
style.
yeah, like how they did in the first movie. You know how they did like they
Yeah.
blended CG and traditional 2D. in
That or
movie,
they
but
take the
still.
way that is it Sony Pictures does like Transylvania.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Sony Animation.
That's that is the 3D I would love because they nailed that like
Yeah.
cartoonish look.
Those movies,
I think it's gonna be 3D.
those movies
I
are
can
like
feel that.
2D movies made in a 3D space. The
It's
Hotel
so
Transylvania
cool.
movies.
Absolutely.
It's Tartovsky, baby. I think
I-
that's how you pronounce his name.
I think so. It's Gendy
Gendy
Tartarovsky. Gendy Tartarovsky.
Sorry, you tried.
I don't remember.
But yeah,
It's Gendy. All you gotta know is it's Gendy.
It's Gendy boy.
It's Gendy.
but yeah,
He's a good boy.
Space Jam
Again,
2
I
is
like him.
Yeah,
definitely
he's
a
good.
thing.
He's good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's coming.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I'm-
It's been a thing for like probably 5 years now.
I know. Yeah, but it's finally filming. They're finally gonna be filming it.
Yep.
Like, geez.
It just makes me like this whole Space Jam saga has been wild because like I feel like this movie got born because Space Jam became such a huge meme online.
Yeah.
Right.
And now just like it being in development for so long is a whole nother meme separate from the whole Space Jam meme before it. And then once it comes out, I don't know, there'll be some stupid shit and then it'll get like memed online and then it's just like, can I please just have this one movie that I really liked as a kid not turned into a meme?
Yeah.
I
Please.
feel like it's gonna fade, and I'm like scared about that. That it's gonna just fade out and
Oh,
be like,
yeah.
yeah, remember Space Jam 2? And then everyone's like, ugh.
Yeah, you know how
Like
I feel about the Avatar movie.
That's yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Bringing it back.
How'd you guess? How'd you know?
I just want you to feel my pain and want you to know
Oh.
why I want the second Avatar movie bad.
Oh.
Listen here.
Oh.
Listen, bitch.
Oh. What are you, Rivers Cuomo?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm Rivers Cuomo. I made the Black Album all by myself in my basement.
You say the word bitch once in the whole album and it gets an explicit rating.
I know, it's great, right?
Well,
It's amazing.
I saw 2 movies.
Yeah.
I watched Overlord and the Sisters Brothers.
How are those?
Both very good. I enjoyed them extremely much.
I thought the
They were
Sisters
funny.
Brothers looks really fun.
All right, I'll get into Sisters Brothers first.
I'm sorry, I
it's
just
from
totally changed
the
your direction.
No, it's okay. I was gonna talk about Overlord, but I'll talk about the Sisters Brothers first. Like, I'm gonna keep it really brief. Don't worry, like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Like, the Sisters Brothers is really fun. It is the funniest movie
Time's up.
that director has made.
Wow.
All right, I see how it is. All right, Overlord's great.
Wow.
So Ryan and Joe, you guys have been watching Umbrella Academy?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I guess we fucking are.
All right, whatever. Yeah, both are great. Go watch them. Go see Overlord. Go watch Sisters Brothers. Good movies. Very fun. Next.
Yeah, I like John C.
Umbrella
Reilly.
Academy.
I actually watched the 1st
I've
episode.
seen the first 3 episodes.
I finished it.
I've seen episode 1.
I have talked about Umbrella Academy with my friend, and apparently, I'm gonna keep it brief by saying this. Apparently, Dallas does get adapted, and that's
does.
fucking wild.
It's
That's
bad.
wild.
I'm gonna put it this way. It's bad.
Oh,
in
no.
that regard.
It's not good.
Okay. It's because they're taking the 2 stories and jamming them together into one season. So you're going between these 2 plot lines of the Apocalypse Suite and Dallas and trying to tell them as a cohesive story, so it's super unfocused. You're like...
I mean, like, I've liked the first 3 episodes so far, but I feel like once it gets to Dallas, it's gonna be like,
once you start getting into that shit, it gets so bad. Like, you're like, oh my god, this is the most unfocused show. You start losing track of what storyline is what and what part's what, and you're like, what the fuck? And they're like, it's like blending water and oil. You know, it's just not working.
It's just not gonna.
So,
mix.
question.
Yeah, I have
gonna
a
say-
question too, though.
Yeah.
Corey, you can go
I'll let
first.
Harry go. I'm 1 episode in. Is it worth it?
I've watched
still
the first 3
enjoyed
and
it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
still
I think it's a
enjoyed
ton of
it.
fucking fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
But
It's because of what's his name? Who was the drug boy?
Klaus.
Klaus. Yeah, it's totally worth it because
Isn't
of
he
Klaus.
the best fucking character?
He's the best character.
Exactly.
Okay.
Harry, was
like,
your question the same
absolutely-
as
No,
mine?
I have another question.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I know you have those complaints, Ryan, but is that only because
Yeah.
you're familiar with the source material, or is it actually like
Yes.
that? Because you're the only person I've
it-
heard complain like about pacing stuff.
It's probably because of that. Because personally, in my mind, here's how I think it should. I mean, for me, when I'm watching the show, I was kind of like, I like that they're doing this. Like, I'm glad they're adapting Dallas, and I'm glad that they're doing the Apocalypse Suite. I wish that they took the source material and just ran with that one focused story and just did that, and then they waited and did Dallas later, because it would have made, I don't know, it would make the story more streamlined, because that's a very complex story as it
That's
is.
the thing. Yeah, that's like when I'm like, hey, so they're putting Dallas in the show. I see. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
When they're trying to blend the 2 together, it's kind of all over the place, and you're like, oh my god, like, because you're trying to follow the complex story of Dallas, and then you're also trying to follow the Apocalypse Suite, and it's just, in my mind, it's just not working, and I'm like, okay, I'm not hating this, I just wish it was more focused and streamlined.
Oof.
Because I feel like it would have been a better story, and it probably wouldn't get as much criticism as the show does get, because it's got good reviews, it's got good ratings, but people always say it's very messy and all that stuff, and I understand, because I actually agree.
Number 5 is messy.
Because, you know, I mean, because again, Dallas is a very complicated story, and obviously they do not tell the entire story, though. Like, they end it with both. They did not finish either story, so obviously
Which
they're
is
going to continue
interesting.
into season 2. So there's going to be more, and they're going to probably try to tell the rest of it in the later seasons. But as of right now, it's entertaining. I did enjoy it.
Who's your favorite character?
Klaus. It's easy.
Klaus.
It has to be. There's like, because the rest of the characters, they just
Are fine.
They're good.
Right.
Like, Ellen Page is good. I
Yeah.
really like number 5. The
Number
rest of them
5's
are
cool.
whatever.
Number 5 is my second. My second favorite character is number 5.
Okay.
But damn, it's like they could have made a whole show about Klaus, and I would have been good with it.
Absolutely. Also, Klaus has just the most personality. He's the most interesting. He's got the best character arc, and he's like the most funny.
He's like Gerard Way incarnate, and I love that.
Oh yeah.
All right, I have one more quick question for Umbrella Academy.
Okay.
Does it have any
Okay.
Joe characters?
No.
Yeah. No.
No.
It definitely.
I don't like him.
Come on.
I don't like
You
him.
don't?
Come on, dude. You don't like his
I
tiny
don't-
hand and his buff ass body. His
I hate that.
His monkey body.
No, I
his
hate him.
hairy, big, fucking broad shouldered.
He's a fucking gorilla. No, I don't like
Dude.
him.
I don't
Dude,
know,
I'm
Joe.
not even joking. He reminds me a lot of Kingpin from Enter the Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
where he has
Oh,
a very
God.
tiny head but an enormous body.
No, yeah, that is really funny.
I was like, oh shit, I couldn't unsee it after a while, and I started
I don't know,
laughing.
Joe. You know what? If number one was coming at me and he wanted me, I'd give myself
Number
up
one
to him.
skipped leg day, and it's like the absolute most
Well,
obvious.
you
thing
know
in
what,
the
Joe?
world.
If number one came after me, I'd give myself to him because he could kill me.
What if that man's gorilla, broad ass shoulder body walked up to you and just grabbed your dick? What would you do?
I don't think I'd do anything.
Call the
I'd
police.
let
I
him.
think that's an appropriate answer.
Take me,
Yeah, but can you just imagine?
No.
Joe. Just let me paint this picture in your mind. You're at a club. He
I don't
grabs
want
your.
it. I already know this
He
picture.
grabs.
I
Hold on,
experienced
Joe,
this.
Joe, let me just throw my words up at you. He grabs your dingle, and you
Okay.
say, "Hang on 1 second." Pull your phone out all while he's grabbing you. Dial 911. Call the police and complain, and then wait for them to show up with just him grabbing your dick.
I don't
No.
get it.
Is that how that's gonna work? Is like I'll call the police, but he's like already got your dick.
Wow, this is as convoluted
I mean,
as the
like,
Umbrella Academy
yeah.
season.
It's like I think you'd knock your lights out before you get your phone out.
So, Joe, why don't you tell us about Jesus and Mero?
Dude, Jesus and Mero is fucking the best.
Oh
Like,
yeah, did you watch
I
that
have-
Hot
I
Ones
have-
episode?
Yes. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
And I saw like the first episode of their Showtime show. And I've also been watching the shit out of their like Viceland show. Oh my god, they're the funniest fucking
I've
people.
wanted to watch that. How is it?
They're like hilarious.
It like the Viceland or the
The
Showtime?
Viceland and I
Dude,
guess
the Viceland's amazing, and like I have seen some wild shit from that. Oh my god,
What do they
Like,
do? Like,
it's-
I'm not familiar with them at all.
they're like a talk show. They're like a talk show podcast. But they also like they're kind of like they're like part Breakfast Club where they kind of like talk to cool people, and they also roast them pretty hard on like the show, which is funny because you know that's what they you go on to Jesus and Mero and you expect that. It's like if the Eric Andre show wasn't like a surrealist talk show. But then they also do like clip highlights of like, you know, fucking a woman driving a Jeep into a bodega and then like almost killing this man, and then like they'll get a second angle and she'll be like, "Why are you recording me?" And then the guy will be like, "You're trying to kill people," and then she'll just chase after them while he's like recording her. It's so fucking good.
I saw them on Hot Ones. I watched that whole interview, and
I've seen that episode like 3 times.
I love their dynamic so much.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so
Their
good.
chemistry
I like
is really good.
Goofy next to each other.
They are the most fucking New York people if I've ever seen it.
Oh, they totally are. BX, you're
Like, holy shit. They were making references that were kind of going over my head, and my coworker from Yonkers had to explain everything sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Be like,
I had to
"Oh,
do.
yeah, that
I'm not
place?"
gonna lie. Even though I live here, I had to do a lot of like research and shit about like what the fuck they're talking about. But like once I get it, because they kind of repeat themselves. But like once I get it, it's really fucking funny.
Yeah.
they have that like kind of thing where they both know what inside jokes they're talking about, and the
Oh, yeah.
listener doesn't always like get what's going on. But I just love like hearing them make each other laugh.
Yeah.
a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
fun.
it's great.
Yeah.
And Miro's hella cute.
That answers my next question.
Is Miro a joke?
You already know. I've
No, I
seen
just
him.
said I don't even know who they are.
Well,
Like, you haven't even seen an
No,
ad for
I've-
like the Showtime show. I've seen
I've
that shit
never heard
everywhere.
of this until you started talking about them. Like recently. I've never heard of them before.
Okay.
I don't even know their names,
Because,
but I know exactly which one you're talking about.
well, there you go.
Like, okay, you're not talking about like their real names.
Well, yeah, I
right?
don't know
Like,
which one
just,
is
like,
Jesus,
okay.
and I don't know which one's Miro, but I know exactly which one you're
know.
talking about.
Yeah, like Miro's just like the funniest fucking dude too. I think Jesus is like, you know, he's like a good. Desus is funny as fuck, but he's like a Miro is like a ham, and then Desus is more like, I don't know, like a he's I don't want to say a downer because that sounds like wrong, but he kind of he pulls him back to earth.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because like God, I couldn't imagine Miro just like being on his own. He'd probably like destroy the world.
It seems like it.
But Desus needs that chaos in his life, you know.
But Miro's got that. Miro's the one with the girlfriend, right?
So
Miro has 4 kids, dude.
And he's the one that wants to destroy the world.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. What you were
I was
saying,
just
Harry?
gonna say, so like they can be your angel or your devil, like that.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
that
hell
kind of
yeah.
dynamic.
Yes, very much so.
All right. I'm starting to get it.
Very often Miro will be like, "Suck my dick from the back." That came out really wrong because I was trying to say behind and back, trying to correct it. It's whatever. Like he'll say shit like that, and he'll like fall to the floor laughing, and then
And Joe, you would.
Desus will just be like, "Shut the fuck up, Corey."
Joe just like on his phone watching. He's like, all right.
I'll do it. I'll do anything for you.
God damn it. But then like Desus will just kind of be there being like, "Look, listen, this is how it is."
If Miro wanted you to call him Daddy Joe, would you?
No! God no, please.
Nah, he
None
would.
of that.
I think you would.
No, I
I
wouldn't.
think you would.
Nuh-uh.
Low key lion.
Yeah, look.
No,
I think,
I'm not
I
lying.
think high key lion.
I'd like,
Oh,
if he told me to
you
do
call
that,
him
I'd be
out.
like, "No, thank you," and then
You
I'd
get to
leave,
clap them
and
cheeks
then...
if you call him Daddy.
Yo, how did Thanos be able to snap his fingers with those gloves? He actually just used his ass cheeks.
Because he's.
Damn.
And he clapped him so fast that it made the snap sound.
That's clap my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
That's honestly one of my favorite memes right now.
It's my favorite fucking meme right now.
snake ass cheeks clapping thing.
Because I'm dummy thick.
'Cause I'm
clapping my ass cheeks.
dummy thick is the best
Yeah,
2 words to have ever been put next to each other in all of the English language.
It's so fucking true too. It's like if someone needs me to describe what I like, it's like I like dummy thick.
I'm so thick, I'm stupid.
It's so good.
Jesus
Dummy
Christ.
thick. Ugh.
So,
Oh, also speaking of Desus and Miro, I watched the Neo Yokio Christmas special.
yo, okay, that Christmas special was amazing.
Oh my god, it was so
I
good.
fucking loved that Christmas special.
It was honestly better than the whole show.
You know what?
It was hilarious.
So, for those that didn't see the Christmas special, the whole Christmas special is a bedtime story told to can't remember his
Kaz.
And the whole show, I was like, yes, I fucking love this dynamic, and then was so depressed to realize and remember, oh, it's just a bedtime story though.
Right?
'Cause the show is
like, oh my god.
the show is building like character relations and dynamics that I loved. And I'm like, oh shit, that's right. It's just a bedtime story.
I
told
know,
by
it's
a-
so sad. I fucking...
Sorry, Corey, it's not
Yep.
canon.
Hey man, season 1 spoilers.
Sorry, yes, spoilers. Oops.
Also, I mean,
Ryan will just bleep it out.
I'm gonna be honest though. I really fucking like Neo Yokio, but I feel like it's
I love
ironic.
Neo Yokio.
I think it's an ironic love, but I mean,
mean-
also I really love the lead singer of Vampire Weekend.
It's like Erisa Craig or something
yeah,
like that.
I love him to death, and it's like so I have like this humongous bias towards Neo Yokio. I'm like the only one at my job who actually enjoys it.
I love that fucking show. It's like
good.
It's
Neo
a meme.
Yokio
It's a
is
big
so
meme.
fucking bizarre because like Erasa, Desus, and Miro are all like best friends. Like actually,
Yeah.
that's why they're in the show.
Yeah.
I fucking forgot their names, the characters, but they're Kaz's friends.
Yeah.
And like, oh my god! And he used that show to promote his new song. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
god!
what the
Yo,
fuck?
when that song came out, I was like, "Oh my god, are you fucking for real?" I lost my
I was
shit.
I was like, wait a minute, was this just some shit off of Modern Vampires of the City
Oh
that I
my
just
God.
missed? And it's like, no, it's a brand new song.
Yeah, and it made my nipples so hard I was about to
Oh.
explode.
I mean, I liked the song, not that much though.
No, I fucking like you don't understand. I love Vampire Weekend. Like
I mean, I'm gonna go
So
if you want to
much.
go see them live. They're gonna be in New York City, baby.
I know, cause they got. I've been listening to Harmony
Right.
Hall like it's my
I
business.
swear,
Jesus
Ryan
Christ.
just came.
I did
Yeah,
a
Ryan
little
came.
bit. There's a little bit.
Harmony
of,
Hall is
there's
really
some
good, and it gives
goo.
me hope that the album will
I
be
got
good.
some goo on my cheek.
Ugh.
I really hope Father of the Bride is good, because, like, I'll be honest, I was not that big on Modern Vampires. Just putting it out there.
I've never.
Yeah,
heard of
I mean,
them.
I get it. I get that. Like that was one of their weakers, but I mean, it's still not a bad album.
It's not a bad album.
It's a weaker
Diane Young's a
album.
really good song.
Yeah, Diane Young's super good. But yeah, I don't know. I thought the Neo Yokio Christmas special was absolutely fucking hilarious. I was watching it. With
I loved it.
I was
so
watching it
much.
with Dan and all of us, and we were drinking while watching it, so we were having
the
just
best way to
best
watch Neo Yokio.
Honestly,
It
yeah.
was. We were just
Honestly, I didn't
laughing.
even watch it. Like, I watched all of Neo Yokio sober, and I don't want to change that.
No, I watched all of Neo Yokio, the original series, sober, and it was amazing. It was the best time I've ever had watching a show because I was laughing
God, it
so
was
hard.
so good. It's one of those shows that's just like both unbelievably cringy and just like beautiful at the
Yeah.
same exact time. Like literally at the same time. Like Kaz will be like, "I can't do this because I'm depressed. I'm gonna go buy some Louis Vuitton," and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. You know what? You don't deserve this big ass Toblerone.
You don't deserve this big Toblerone.
And like how it'll turn into like a Shaman show, and it's like, Jesus.
I love
man.
that there's more paranormal shit in the Neo Yokio Christmas special than there ever was in
Then
the
like the
rest-
entire show.
Yeah,
I know.
they brought
it's
up the
so
paranormal
good.
aspect literally for like 1 or 2 episodes in the original Neo Yokio, and then in this it's like all over the
It's
place.
like basically the whole story.
Right.
Yeah.
Like basically.
And it was like, oh yeah, I forgot that there was a supernatural element to this show.
Yeah, because like
'Cause it was
Kaz was like, "Hey, there's demons around, and I'm gonna use my powers." So I was like, "Oh yeah,
It
that's
kept
right.
getting
That's a concept."
sidestepped.
Oh yeah, he's got superpowers. That's right.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's,
he can deal with demons.
Completely forgot about
he's
it.
he's part of a family lineage of fighting demons.
And his aunt's a slave driver.
yeah.
Like Jesus Christ, man.
This show's revolutionary.
Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely.
What's the last thing on your list there, Joe? Friends?
Oh yeah, I've been watching Friends.
All right, basic white girl. Insert that with your Parks and Rec in the office on your Grindr account.
I'll be honest, dude. I don't know why I started like getting the urge to watch Friends, but like I looked up an article like, oh, nice, Corey. I see what you're doing. Here. But like everyone's been talking
Corey.
about the show because it's been on Netflix.
Hey, what?
Nice reference.
Hey, thanks, man. My references are
Your
sick.
references are out of control. But I've been like, I've seen a bunch of memes and shit, and like, gay culture loves Friends, and I'm just like, why the fuck is that? Why do they love this show so goddamn much? So like, I just stop. I'm trying to explain my experience with the show right now.
Go.
Because like I
ahead.
haven't seen it.
No, keep going.
I haven't
keep
seen
going.
the show since I was like probably a fucking, I don't know, like 4 years old.
Yeah.
Like it's been a really long time since I've seen it.
I used to watch it religiously when it was on TV and there was a new episode. I'd watch it with my mom and my dad. We just sit.
Yeah,
in
I'd
the
watch it
living
with my mom too.
It was like the show that my family would sit around the TV and watch, and honestly, I loved that show.
Yeah, no, it's honestly like where I'm going with this is like I just looked up an article being like, okay, what are the best episodes of Friends? Because I don't need to watch the Corey.
He just
I mean,
provided.
I don't have favorite.
I just
episodes,
need-
have my favorite bits.
Yeah, it's like I don't need to see like the whole show in chronological order, which kind of bit me in the ass for one point where I was just like, oh, these two characters are like eating face now. Okay, I didn't know that, knowing where they were before, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I just watched some of these episodes and like I feel bad for laughing at them because it's just like, it's a laugh track comedy and it's like that era, but honestly it's pretty funny.
Friends is like definitely one of the better laugh track comedies. It's not like Big Bang Theory or some bullshit
No.
like that. That's like, to me, that's just bad. Like that.
And it's like I relate so fucking hard
No,
to Joey, like especially now. It's like I feel like I wouldn't have like even 2 years ago, but like now I'm just like, holy shit, you're the best character.
Oh yeah, Joey's great. I love Joey.
And I love like Rachel and I forget who the fucking pregnant chick was that ate like the meat that one time.
Oh
David.
shit.
She's like a vegetarian,
Yeah.
but like she ate meat because she was pregnant
that-
and craving.
Her name's
Fuck.
Corey.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, her name's Corey.
She's a really
But,
good
like,
guitar
she's-
player.
Yeah, Phoebe.
She's easily
It's
one of
Phoebe.
my Phoebe. Yeah, I love Phoebe. She's great.
Oh, me? Maybe.
Ross is trash, and everybody remembers that, and everybody knows
Yeah,
that.
no,
Anybody
Ross is a
listening?
piece of garbage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ross is trash, and you all agree. You all just shook your head.
Yeah, no,
there you
Ross
go.
is pretty bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
verbally
like,
with
that's
my
his
words.
character.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's the one guy that I don't remember
Chandler.
the name of,
Chandler.
but that's Chandler.
Everyone loves Chandler.
I love Chandler. I'm Chandler. Let's be fair.
Chandler is like, I feel like he's kind of a sleeper because, like, you know, most of the time I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But the episode with the adoption was like fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
and it's like, what the
that was
fuck is
good.
this show,
Dude.
It's so dark for like a comedy for prime time.
Chandler gets his moments, you know. He has he's a sleeper hit, but when
Yeah.
he gets out, he's out, and it's good.
Yeah, no, I fucking love Chandler.
So yeah, no, Friends
In
is
that
great.
episode,
It's a good sitcom. Yeah, and we'll end it on the.
Yeah.
I hate that.
You guys caught the bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I caught the
shit.
Thank you.
Just want to be sure.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the fucking people on the moon saw
You guys
it.
get it?
Yeah.
Hey guys, did you get my joke, dude?
I sound
not,
sick.
I
references,
could
bro.
explain it.
References are out of
Did
control.
it
best
go
is
over your
when
head,
you-
right?
Corey, can you explain the bit? I don't know. I feel like explaining your jokes really helps. I heard that makes them really funny.
Yeah, everyone knows that's the best part of comedy.
No, please explain the bit. I didn't get it.
Explain it. I implore
Sorry,
me.
I'm dying.
I hope you are.
Damn.
Dude, Joe just wished death upon Corey on the air. What are we gonna do?
This,
He's
this
our host.
truly
What
is
if he
the
dies?
Halloween episode.
Oh my god.
Thank you for coming to Oh Baby a Triple.
Thanks.
I'm dying
You're
from
welcome.
Harry's comment. Oh. Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh, I need him right now. Oh god.
Need who?
I need Jesus.
Jesus, take the wheel.
So comic books.
Yeah, comic books.
There we go.
I've been reading one.
What have you been reading, son?
I read The Sandman by Neil Gaiman.
Nice.
How is?
Oh, yeah.
How is
Neil
it?
Gaiman.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
More Damon.
I've always wanted to read a Neil Gaiman book. I wanted to read his novels like Coraline and Stardust and The Graveyard Book, all that jazz. So I remember hearing that like The Sandman's like one of his titular comics. It's a DC Vertigo series. I heard nothing but amazing things. It's on its 30th anniversary. I didn't know that, but
Oh wow.
this is great timing. 30th
Yeah,
anniversary.
holy cow, like, Sandman is
Yeah, the
old.
90s was
It
a long
is.
time ago.
It
Yeah,
was like
which is a
it
weird
was.
thing.
It hurts to think about
it came
how
out
long
in
ago the
1989.
90s was.
Came out in 1989.
Jeez.
And I'll tell you this much: this book has aged beautifully. It is
I've been
really,
meaning to read it.
it is really fucking
It's real
good.
great.
Like if you like dark fantasy, dark fairy tale storytelling, oh, this book is right up your fucking alley. Like I will
'Cause,
tell
like,
you,
I love Gaiman. I love his writing.
the writing.
Sure,
I'll tell
I'm
you
sure
this
you
much:
do.
the book is written and flows like how a modern comic is. Like, you know how like comics are now, where they don't use a lot of the textual boxes and stuff like that, and it's just based on the conversation the characters are having.
Yeah.
That's really what the Sandman does. And so it works on like a modern day comic level, but you have the art style of like a classic 1980s comic or 1990s comic, and it works super well with the aesthetic of the dark tone and like the atmosphere and everything like that, and it feels great.
That must be like super nostalgic too.
It is. It's amazing. I bought the first volume. Actually, I bought the first volume like a couple of days ago. I was gonna buy Brain of the Superman, but I couldn't find it, and they had to order it for me, so it was gonna take like a week or two before I get it. So it's gonna be a while. And
So
so
you ended up just like buying
I
something
bought the
else.
Sandman, and I said, "Fuck it, I'll buy this now, so then I can read it." And boy, I loved it so much. I bought the second and third one immediately.
Damn.
So I plan
yeah.
to be talking about the Sandman a bunch, but Volume 1 was amazing. It was one of my favorite stories I've read recently. It's got everything I love about a dark fairy tale story.
Sandman's awesome.
Yeah, no,
I haven't read it since
good
like
read.
high school, but I think I might like start rereading it so I can like talk about it with you while you read it. like on here.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Yeah. No, that'd be great. I mean, there is. Okay. If you don't know what the Sandman is about, it's pretty much like these. It's like yeah. It would be kind of nice if I told the viewers and even you guys what it is. It's a story where like there's like this cult who wants to essentially bring death into the physical embodiment and capture him.
Or his dream.
And so
the main character's dream. He's not death.
The main character, he's captured by this cult, and he's the brother of Death. And so he was like, he escapes from like this prison that he was in, and he like goes to the different cult members and stuff like that, and like fucks with them. Oh my god! This is just in the first volume. This is what I got. So like, there's shit in here that's really fucked up and really crazy. Like, there's a moment where one of the young kids that was raised to be a part of this cult to do all these ceremonies and pretty much was like imbued with this culture. He is older now, and he gets put into an eternal sleep where he's constantly waking up and going, oh man, that was just a really bad dream. And they're like, yeah, it was. And they're like, but you're still in it. And then the guy's like face will melt in front of him, and he's like, oh fuck. And he wakes up.
That's horrifying.
And the fucking person's like, oh yeah, it was a really bad dream, but you're still in it. And the fucking person's head falls off. And it's fucking crazy, dude. I was like, oh my god. And he's just stuck in a coma forever.
That's not fun. Oh my god.
It's so dark. But man, I was all about it. I was like, dude, this book is worth it. It's 30 years old, but god damn it, it reads so fucking well. Please, if y'all want to read it while I read it, every single new episode I'll be talking about the next volume. So yeah, I'm going to be going one volume at a time. So for 10 episodes, if you want to read along, come along for the journey. So I'm reading the graphic novel set. So.
Should we make like a segment? It's like Ryan's book club.
yeah, sure. That would be great. But yeah, so until Reign of Superman comes in for my order, Sandman it is, and it was brilliant. So yeah, go read it.
Also, speaking of like really dark series that also have to do with comas, I just the book that I finished reading most recently was Inio Asano's Nijigahara Holograph.
That's like a fantastic segue. That's like an actual good segue.
It's one of his earlier books. He's like one of my favorite like comic creators ever. This is one of his earlier books, and I actually didn't know that before I started reading it.
He's the guy who did Pun Pun, right?
He did Pun Pun and Sullen In.
Okay.
He's really great.
Yeah.
But this is from...
Is this one like 2003 or some shit?
So it's like a book that's like always out of print, but they just reprinted it, so I was able to finally get it and read it. It was really confusing, but really good.
Okay.
It's like told in a non-sequential kind of order, so it's like a lot of flashing back and forth between different characters and during the day, like the present day and the past and all over.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about like these little kids push their classmate down a well, and she's in a coma for like the rest of her life, and no one ever finds out about it. And it's about how that fucked them up like really bad, all those kids, because no one ever found out that they like pushed her down the well. And like some of them didn't handle having that secret very well. And I don't want to like spoil any of the stuff for anyone that wants to read it, but it's really good. It's kind of like a weird fairy tale. It's really good.
I think I might have to read it because I was like on the edge of my seat waiting to hear how it turns out from you.
This is from the same writer as Pun Pun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. I want to read through it again because I feel like I probably missed a lot reading it. But I really enjoyed it. It's cool seeing his earlier like artwork because it's still really good, but it definitely feels like more unrefined than his more current stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always really fun going back and looking at an artist that I really like and seeing their art from almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, I remember Solonin was a really fun read.
Yeah, his books are so good. Anyone interested in like just like the absolute best that manga has to offer, I would recommend to check out his books.
Definitely, that sounds pretty good.
The man has a lot of books.
I'm slowly making my way through his entire catalog, and they're all good. But yeah, that's I read that recently, and it was very good.
WYSIWYG sounds like a really fun name.
I haven't finished WYSIWYG yet. WYSIWYG is by Ed Piskor. I love him. He did he did Hip Hop Family Tree, and he's currently doing X-Men Grand Design.
Oh fuck! I forgot that's not finished.
Nope,
at this
he still
point.
has to put out the third part.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's
the
like
trilogy.
Twice yearly.
WYSIWYG is one of his earlier works. It's like one of his first like actual full published graphic novels. And it's really good so far. I'm only like at the first couple chapters, but it's about like a computer hacker. And it's like this little kid, like it goes through his whole life, and I know it like ends with him like going to prison and stuff. But it starts with him as like a little kid, and it's showing how like he was just like this little kid that lived this shitty little life, but he learned how to kind of like game the system in all these different ways, and that's what led to him becoming like a computer hacker. So like when he was a little kid, he would he went to like the craft store so he could buy like a hole puncher so that he could punch his own holes into his bus transfer card and get free bus transfers. Like it was like seeing little things like that, and how that evolved into him like doing some like hella illegal stuff and going to jail. And it's supposedly based on like a lot of real life stories about like actual hackers, so it's pretty cool.
Huh. What you see is what you get.
Yeah, I'm pretty into it. I recommend that as well.
Awesome.
Still reading through it, so I mean I'm sure I'll have more to say next time.
Yeah, sounds actually pretty interesting. I might have to check it out too.
I guess, Joe, if we want to just real quick go through our picks of the week for like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, let's go through comics.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
Hell yeah.
Because this has been a couple weeks, so there's a lot of books, and I originally had down one of the parts of the price thrown down on there, and I completely forgot what the fuck happened in it, so I just like cut that out. But definitely my picks were Venom 11, both No Surrender 2 and 3, Detective 999, Amazing Spider-Man 16, and then both Daredevil 1 and 2, because I finally read the first one.
Detective 999 is so satisfying.
Oh yeah, we're so
like,
close.
I'm not even like a part of that hype train, but I'm like vicariously very hyped up for that comic.
Oh yeah, I'm going to the midnight
Absolutely,
launch for
I can't wait. We're only like a couple weeks out.
Yeah, holy shit, that's wild.
I might actually just for like shits go to like Queen City and
just buy a copy.
Pick up 1000 just cause.
Do it.
I'm sure it'll be a good issue.
Part of that
probably.
Like hype train, just like showing up for Detective Comics 1000, which is like a major like cultural milestone.
Yeah.
But like, one thing I like about Detective now that Tomasi is writing it is that he's actually doing shit with like the Bat Sons and the Robins and shit.
That's cool.
Like finally,
it's kind of weird that just the way that Batman's operated in like the last few like years. Honestly, is that
like honestly
all of his like sidekicks kind of operate on the fringe, like they're kind of doing their own thing. That's why I really liked it during Tynion's run when he brought in like all the side characters and made them a part of the main story.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So I'm happy to see Damian popping up in there. I'm excited for. It looks like he's going to be a part of the next big arc too, with the Arkham Knight.
Yeah, and Tomasi loves Damian. It's no secret.
The Super Sons like series that they also had, is that done?
The original series ended. It was 16 issues, but they're doing a second mini series. Well, it's like a 12-issue series, but it's like a sequel. It's called Adventures of the Super Sons. So that's still ongoing.
Okay.
That's like halfway through it.
Okay, that's what I was. Yeah, okay, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, I thought they were still. I wasn't sure if they were still going through the Super Sons stuff still or not.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super Sons is fun.
But yeah, I'm just gonna real quick. The week of February 20th, my pick was Uncanny X-Men and Venom. They were both very good.
Yeah,
X-Men has been great because it's like finally X-Men feels good again. Like it's been like very. The X-Men has been a very rocky franchise for the last few years, but I feel like they're starting to get back on track. And Venom has been a trip. that
Donny Cates,
twist at
baby.
the end of this issue was
Yeah, what the hell?
kind of insane. I was not expecting that at all.
Donny Cates is definitely the oh shit writer of like this decade.
He's fucking insane. Like Donny Cates is definitely like he's done so much good shit in the comic industry.
Like only
also,
a year.
fucking jealous that you met him. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I met Donny Cates and I got Venom 11 with a variant cover by
Ryan,
Gibson.
did he do that one? That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like the Watchmen
pretty
cover. Yeah, no, that's him. Then I got Venom number 1 and I got Thanos 13 signed.
Nice.
Because it was like a 3 comic limit before you had to like pay more. And you already had to buy Venom 11 in order to like even get any other book signed. So I was just like, yeah, okay, I'll just do these 2. Because like Thanos 13, very important book for me personally because that was the first time I read anything by Donny Cates. And then Venom number 1 is just like, come on, that shit's legendary at this point. It was really fucking cool.
It was a very good issue. And then for this last week, my pick was Daredevil number 2. Because this series, I talked about it before on here. I think it might have been like the Lost episode that I talked about it.
Maybe.
But this new Daredevil series, which is written by Chip Zdarsky and has art by, I think his name is Mark, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name, like Cacchetto. I'm sorry. But it's really, really, really good. The ongoing story is kind of just Daredevil's addiction to violence. And so the first issue... I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil the shit out of the new Daredevil series right now.
No, go ahead.
The first issue ends with he fights... He's like really out of shape because he got hit by a truck. And he just got out of physical therapy. And he's kind of back in the game, back as Daredevil. It's his first night back. And he fights these robbers, you know, these they don't matter kind of guys. They're just robbing like a liquor store. So he fights them, he beats them up, and then he leaves, and he goes home, and he's like, that was a good night. But then it turns out one of those robbers died. Because he hit him a little too hard. And he died.
Yeah.
He died in the
that's
hospital.
A thing.
And then the next issue, which just came out, my pick of the week, was like Daredevil in denial that he is like capable of killing a person. And it's like his friend, you know, his friend Foggy's like, if you turn yourself in, like maybe it'll be easier. And it's like he's trying to comfort him, but Matt's like, no, I didn't kill him. It has to be one of my arch nemesis. So he goes, and he's like sitting outside the Kingpin's office, and Kingpin's talking to his little minion guy, and the minion guy's like, yo, like, was this us? And Kingpin's just like, you know, I really wish it was, but no, it looks like Daredevil just fucked up. And Daredevil's like sitting out there outside, and he's just like, I think the line is like, and I sit there listening, it's like, and I'm listening for like the telltale skip of his heartbeat that like would prove that he's lying, and then it just like goes like, but it never comes, and it's just him sitting there like alone, sad.
Jeez.
And it's just like, yeah,
that is really sad.
So the first issue was him like, you know, like kind of contemplating like, is he Daredevil because he wants to do good, or is he Daredevil because he likes the violence, like he likes fighting? And then this is kind of the fallout of, yeah, it's just because he likes fighting. And he kind of came back and he fucked up really bad. And it's going to be interesting to see where this goes because he's a lawyer. So like the fact that he would accidentally kill somebody is probably going to have a big effect on his character.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
And it's only
so far.
2 issues
like,
in.
I just caught up recently, and it feels like a lot more than that because like the first issue was, you know, extra sized, so there was a little more to it. But even the second issue was like a read. Like he's taking his time, but it doesn't feel like he's wasting it.
Oh, and I have a question for you, Joe.
Yeah, what's up?
Those the police officers.
What?
The one they introduced in issue 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Whatever. He's a good character, but like, I mean, like, I was just like, oh, it's a police officer, cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I guess he's cute. I didn't really think about it too much when I was reading it.
But did you want to talk about Kraven real quick, Joe?
Oh, fuck yeah, I want to talk about Kraven. Oh my god. So Amazing Spider-Man was my pick of the week because it is no secret at least for you guys, but that I really like Craven. Like, he's a really cool fucking character. I really like his dynamic, especially in this issue, because he's like, I am here for the hunt. I'm here for the thrill and the sport of it, but I also care about like, the spirituality of animals and nature and shit like that. And these fucking peasants are coming through, and they are just taking all of these like horns, and they're destroying the animals and stuff like that. They're making a mockery of the hunt, and I fucking loved that part. But also, Ryan Otley draws a fucking hot Craven.
Does Craven make your pants damp?
Stop.
Does Craven make you crave
No
him?
jokes allowed. Yes, fine. All right, that was a good one.
So-
but shut up.
Oh, okay, but not my damn pants.
Does Craven make you creamin'?
Why are we talking about why?
Because
I like the issue a lot. Why are we talking about
you brought
this?
up how hot
He is.
Craven is.
But that's all.
But yeah,
That's it.
Spider-Man was really good.
Yeah,
I'm
it was really
excited
good this
for
week.
the whole Hunted event because this was like the prelude.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. Like, it has such a good beginning.
But yeah, you guys ready to move on to Animu?
Yeah, let's move on.
I'm all ready to move.
Corey's ready to move.
I'm
All
ready.
right, I'm gonna go through mine really quick because we're like starting
Yeah.
to run pretty long.
Yeah.
I watched all of Promised Neverland and all of Mob Psycho. Like, I'm all caught up on both of those
Nice.
shows.
Nice.
Nice.
I still need to catch up on Mob Psycho.
I'm a little behind on Promised Neverland. I've never seen Mob Psycho.
I read the comic for Promise, so I'm not like that's not a priority for me. But like Mob Psycho, I
They
do
were
need to get
both
caught up on.
incredible. Promised Neverland has been so good.
Yeah, isn't it
it's
wild?
a really, really good adaptation of the comic.
From the 2 episodes I've seen, I definitely agree.
They get
It's
like all
awesome.
of the tension, like really well.
Mm-hmm.
Mob Psycho has been hilarious. It's had a lot of really good character development too, which has been kind of weird.
I
But,
really
like,
need
good.
to watch My Psycho 100.
Definitely, it took me
Because-
so
Oh, yeah,
long to
do it.
catch up on it, and then I finally did, and now it's amazing.
I'm pretty sure I've been spoiled a lot. My entire Twitter feed is like full because I follow a lot of artists. My entire Twitter feed is like full of just Mob Psycho gifs and like
Yeah.
screen caps.
Is Reagan
and
good?
it looks so funny. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like that was a
Yeah,
question for Harry. Like, is Reagan
Yo,
good in this season?
I'm not gonna like say any spoiler stuff, but there's like one episode in particular where it's like a Reagan episode,
Fuck yeah!
and it's really, really, really good. It's like
Oh, I'm excited.
he grows a lot as a character in this season.
Oh, I'm so happy you said that.
Yeah,
I should
definitely.
really catch up
Please
with this
do,
show.
and we can talk about it next time because it's really good.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
also, a new trailer dropped for the new Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
I saw a
Pokemon
screenshot.
Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. It's a
I did not hear
so
about
this movie is a full-scale CG remake of the first Pokemon movie.
I love
What?
Yeah, like they're remaking the whole thing
I'm
like
looking
shot
this
for
up.
shot, but in CG, and it looks bizarre.
Oh my god.
Like
Yeah, I saw
It-
that one screenshot and I was
the
like,
the
what
movie
the fuck is this?
looks fine until like a human shows up. Like the Pokemon all look great, they all look fine, and then like when there's like a single shot in the trailer that's like a second long where you see like Ash, Misty, and Brock, and they look weird because they are 2D characters that do not translate well to like a 3D characters,
I'm experiencing this right
and they
now.
have like realistic
Oh, shit.
textures, not like hyper realistic, but like actually textured, and like real ass looking hair.
Yeah, the people look
It's
weird.
kind of strange.
Oh, they look so weird.
Here, I'm like trying to scroll through to see the people, to see what you're talking about. Because like you said, the Pokemon
Yeah.
look fine.
Oh, they look like they look like
Oh, Brock! Yo, what the fuck? Brock looks
you know what
so bad.
you know what they look like? They look like Muppets.
They do.
Jesus Christ!
I think that's the best
What's
way
the
to like
time code
describe
that you
that.
said?
Oh
them at?
no, I'm screen capping one and I'm sending it into the chat right
Yeah,
now.
just send it into Discord.
It's
Holy-
yeah, they look like puppets is what they look like.
Yeah.
Specifically Muppets because they got those square heads.
So yeah, that movie's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to watch it when it comes out because I have a lot of A lot of good feelings towards the original Mewtwo movie. I love that film.
I hope it keeps the original voice.
Like look at Brock's
all the original
face.
voice recordings.
Oh.
Look at Brock's.
Oh wow.
Brock
Yeah, that
looks just the worst.
it's like their mouths
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah,
That just like I
it's-
gravitate to. That's
Also,
weird.
their eyes are really like long but thin.
But yeah,
I mean,
that's just
well,
Pokemon.
sorry, that's the Pokemon aesthetic. Well, yeah, sorry.
Like it's like literally, they look okay except when
Yeah,
I get
their
to like their
faces are
mouth.
so weird.
And it's like what?
Ash doesn't have
Oh
those
my
zigzags
God.
under his
Really?
eyes. Yeah, look.
Yeah, he doesn't.
he doesn't
yeah,
have the
it's
zigzags.
just baby.
That's fucked
Oh,
up.
that's weird.
They better
baby
fix
faced.
that.
Dude, this
Someone
movie
messed
is all
up.
rendered. They're not going to be able to fix that shit.
They could
Yeah.
just rotoscope.
But yeah, so
They'll just roto them
that's a
on.
thing.
Well-
Look forward to it.
I will look forward to that.
Oh, I'm gonna see it to believe it.
I have
Believe it.
I have
Yeah, I'll have to wait and see.
I have one. I don't know if this counts for as comics or anime. I have one
Go
news.
for it.
Okay.
You remember when you said, Corey, you should read Dr. Stone?
Yeah.
I didn't, but I will.
Okay.
but I
Good
will.
news.
I promise to.
Thanks.
That's
That
the
is
only
a really
news
great
is that.
contribution to the conversation.
Jesus.
Thanks,
I
Corey.
just want to bring back that continuity.
Well, I finished Battle Angel Alita the manga.
How was that?
I loved it. I think it's I get why it's a classic, and honestly, I literally cannot wait to see, I guess, what they do with the sequel now, with Alita Battle Angel, like the movie itself, because apparently it's doing bangers in the theaters. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
apparently it's doing pretty good for like
so
an anime.
it's probably the
adaptation.
most. I think it's the most successful live action anime
I think so
adaptation.
too. Yeah, like I read that
So
somewhere.
it's
doing pretty good in China.
So yeah, and it's. I mean, honestly, I'm excited to see what they'll do with it. But man, that fucking manga is a banger. I'll tell you.
We'll have to check it out.
It's a classic for a lot. I do want to read the next spin-off series that it did with it. So there's there's another separate series of Alita stuff. So eventually I'd like to get into it, but for now I'm very satisfied. I really enjoyed the story. And I actually I'll give the movie even more credit. There was a lot they kept. So I'm actually I actually kind of really enjoyed that. So there you go.
Joe, are you dropping
So-
more shit?
Joe is just having
No.
sounds like Joe's
No.
having a bad day, but you know.
Let's just keep going.
But yeah. I also so yeah, check out Battle Angel Alita the manga if you ever get the chance to. It's pretty good. It's a classic.
Yeah.
I also watched all of Hina Matsuri, which was a show that was on my list for quite a while. It's this comedy anime where it's like about a girl who falls into the lap of this yakuza dude's life.
Did you
and
say
she's got
Yakuza?
these special powers. Yeah.
Oh.
And essentially he's I'm not fit to be a dad, but then he has to essentially raise this bratty ass, bitch ass, stupid ass child that he's I can't fucking stand her. She just breaks all my shit because she's a bitch, because she doesn't, she's I want this, and he's no, and then she fucking smashes his apartment, and he's
Jeez.
okay, fine, I'll get it.
Sounds like he can't
it's-
handle a tantrum.
And this show is fucking crazy. It's a series where it's a comedy, so it's all extremely funny. It's all based on reaction and just kind of the bullshit they get themselves into. And it's played up very slice of lifey, which is really kind of the fun aspect of it. There's another girl that has telekinetic powers just like Hina does, and they typically have lots of spats and things like that, which is really fun. But the twist with that character is that she becomes a hobo. And it's fucking amazing. And it's this child becomes homeless, and it's her becoming a hobo. And then Hina gets kicked out of her fucking the dude's house, and he's fuck you, I don't want you back here, see ya, slams the door in her face. So she becomes a hobo too. And then the one girl's I'm gonna teach you how to be a hobo, and legit she's dude, you suck at being a hobo, I'm fucking kicking you out from being a hobo. So she's thrown up from being
She's
a hobo.
double hobo.
This show
I want to.
Hobobo.
this show is fucking wild. It is so funny.
I
It is
want an anime
amazing.
show. I want an anime show, a high school anime where they teach people how to be hobos.
she literally runs for like class president because she just wants to sleep more and eat more food in the cafeteria, and she's just pissed that she doesn't get that. And then she wins. It's great. This show is absolutely absurd. It's wild. It's funny. It's sweet. I loved it. There's also the wonderful rock paper scissors game, where I think it has the best neck snap sound effect I've ever heard in my life. That made me laugh so hard I actually had to pause it, because that girl's neck I thought was snapped in half, and I thought she died.
And this was during a game of rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, it's a game where they have to play against each other in rock, paper, scissors, because they were just going to fight each other. And the Yakuza dude's like, no, how about this? Play rock, paper, scissors. And whoever makes them look in a certain direction, they will lose. So they're playing rock, paper, and whoever wins, like the paper covers rock, all that jazz, they have to point in a certain direction, and their faces start, like, flopping all over the place because they're trying to make them look at a certain direction. Hina makes the girl try to look to her right, and her neck snaps because she's trying not to look in that direction. Her whole neck just makes a crack noise, and her whole head just twists, and just the water explodes in the lake. It is fucking hilarious. It's a good show. I loved it. I recommend it.
Is this on Crunchyroll?
Absolutely. You could watch the whole thing on Crunchyroll, because that's how I watched it.
I will hopefully watch this at some point, because that sounds hilarious.
It's a wild ride, I will tell you that much. It's very funny. And also, the guy that's the Yakuza is always being told he's a really shitty father throughout the whole thing, and it's funny. But he's also trying to learn how to be a good father. So it's
speaking of like really bad anime dads, I just got caught up on Boruto, and there was like a really good arc, and then the current arc is like take your daughter to work day or something. And so it's like each episode is like, it was like Naruto and his daughter, and then Choji and his daughter, and then the most recent episode was Sasuke and Sarada, and it was so sad. Because, Sasuke is really shitty at being a dad. And it was really funny. Yeah, it was Sasuke being, just completely socially inept. And, always disappointing his daughter. And that's just, what every scene was. It was him, it would have a flashback to, Sasuke getting a piggyback ride from his older brother Itachi when he was a little kid. And he was like, that's how I'll get Sarada to like me. And he's like, he crouches down, he's like, get on my back. And Sarada's like, I'm not 4 years old. And just walks away. And then, then someone walked up, and they were just like, wow, that was really sad. Just to Sasuke.
Dude, why is Sasuke always a piece of shit?
Because he's the best character in the show, and I love him.
Ryan, he doesn't know any better.
What answer did you expect, Ryan?
Ryan, he doesn't know any better. The only thing he knows how is...
I feel like he will never, ever stop being that guy.
I love him.
It's just he can't. People don't change.
Especially Sasuke. He's never going to change.
Especially Sasuke.
In a good way.
Especially Sasuke Uchiha.
Sakura. She's just got Stockholm Syndrome.
Sakura's just chilling at home being mom.
I don't know. I think it's the opposite, because Sakura is the one that kind of reeled Sasuke in, right?
Sasuke doesn't give a shit.
Right.
Yeah, Sasuke just doesn't care about it.
Do you remember who we're talking about,
Well,
Corey?
I do remember, but Sakura wanted Sasuke before Sasuke ever tried anything.
She wanted Sasuke, and somehow they ended up getting married and having a kid. But Sasuke is an absent father who doesn't live at home. He just he's a hobo, and he just wanders around beating people up. And that's what this episode starts with, him coming home and everyone being surprised. Because they were like, oh, you're actually home. He's like, yeah, I guess I am.
Dad's here.
It was really...
That is the most Sasuke
really
thing.
Good.
That's so sad.
Oh, man. Boruto.
But yeah, Joe, you wanna talk about Yami in Black Clover?
Jeez, I don't really remember what Yami was like on the last episode, because I've read so fucking much of it between them. I think the last episode I was on 69 or some shit like that. I'm on 139
Damn,
now.
Joe's
So
Black Clover. I mean, it's...
Yeah, so I don't fucking remember what happened in between then and now. I mean, I do, but I don't I just
meant you want to talk about Black Clover.
Yeah.
Joe's watching Black Clover on 2 televisions at the same time just to go through it.
What? No, I'm not
Super
reading. I'm not
fast.
watching the show. Fuck that shit. I'm reading the comic.
He's got 2 books out at the same time, and he's trying to speed read it.
I
That's how
wish,
you're
but,
blasting through it.
But yeah, no, it's really fucking good, and I love this series so much. I love the fights. The new, like, when Asta got his, like, second form, that was hype as shit.
Yeah, Black Form's cool as hell.
And, like, when he was charging at that one guy, and it was just the big black line going across the screen, and then was just, like, the slash, and then fucking he's dead. It's like, yo, this is the shonen shit I was waiting for.
Yo,
Fuck
I
yeah.
can't wait for you to catch up, because literally, the most recent chapter had, like, my favorite thing happen in it, and I can't wait to talk about it.
Hell yeah. And Xerix has been a really cool character so far.
I love him.
Like, I think he's, like, kind of funny, because he's just, like, such a piece of shit, but, like, he's also a good guy.
Yeah, he's
Hello? I don't know, it was quiet for a second. I was like, did I miss something?
It was just a moment of silence is what it was.
We had a moment of silence for Black Clover, just like how we had a moment of silence for Clancy and Reggie.
Yeah.
You know.
Jesus.
Lots
Ryan.
of moment of silences tonight, I'm telling you. A lot of people
We
died.
didn't even really talk about Reggie.
I like how you
I
were
was
like,
expecting
but
that
we'll
to be
talk
such
about
a
that
big-
later. And then we just never did.
Never got to Reggie.
Yeah, we never fucking...
Well, let
Bowser's
it
cool.
remain.
I guess-
think he's going to be good.
Let it
Rest in
remain
peace,
a
Reggie.
mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reggie's cool,
Um,
whatever.
Reggie's a meme and he will live on.
He didn't
forever.
localize Mother 3, so fuck that, but...
Wow, the one thing that tarnished his clean slate.
He might not have that power, Joe.
But
Fine.
yeah, Joe, he's one of my favorite characters. He's very,
Yeah,
very
Xerix is
good.
awesome. He's a
Yeah,
very
he's real
hairy
cool.
character. He's like
He's
a
like
literal
hella edgy.
trickster.
he's very
And he's
very
hella
alley.
edgy. And the most recent thing that happened, I'm trying to remember, because that's right, the lady got like the fire lady got
Maria
more
Leona?
moments. Like
I
she's
love her.
yeah, like right. The most recent part, she's like, I'm not just I'm not just a mage. I'm a human, and that goes beyond normal mana. And it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now? But I'm
she's
really into it.
Super cool. I love how like she's just like stupid powerful. Like
Yeah, like she is just power. She's like a
Yeah.
beast character, like that kind of character type, where she's just like, she doesn't give a shit about anyone or anything. She just wants to like fight. She's basically grown up Luck.
I'm really excited for you to get caught up.
Hell
Black
yeah.
Clover's incredible. I love that series. It deserves so much better than it gets.
I was actually thinking about this today, where it's like, why does Black Clover not have as much attention? And then it's like, oh yeah, because the anime's not very good.
That's unfortunate.
And like, I hate that that's the case, but like, a good anime makes or breaks a series like that. And it is the same story, and it is a lot of the same, but like, I fucking hate Asta's
I don't really think
voice.
that's the issue. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Asta's voice, but I don't really know. I don't know why. I guess it's maybe like something to do with, I guess, shonen being kind of weird right now. And it's like the most traditional of all of the like new ones.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like the anime a lot. It is a lot slower than the comic. And I'm like apparently the only person in the world that likes Asta's voice.
I get why he sounds like that, and like it is fitting of the character, but like when I was watching Black Clover, I watched both the Japanese audio like at first, and then I switched to the dub for a little bit, and I was like, oh hey, this show's like a lot more tolerable now that I like
I
Asta's
hate
voice.
his English voice like so much. It's like I don't know, I'm probably just like the only person that feels that way, so we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, because like I absolutely like just he is less so in the current episodes, like because I did watch the most recent one because I'm
You watched the hot spring episode.
yeah, I just watched the hot spring episode for like the obvious reasons, and he tones it down a lot more, which definitely made him more tolerable, but like, I don't know, it's just like, it especially aroused like the pacing issues. That's the big thing, was like, you know, reading those 2 chapters, like they were 2 chapters in the comic, and they were like faster than, like, you know, because you could just blah, 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 whatever, scan the page, move on. But in the anime, it's like 22 minutes, and it's like, oh my god, this is going on for way too long. These jokes are not landing when they're not fast, and it's like, I just want to move on.
Speaking of moving,
because like,
I tried to...
we need to let that segue stand. That was
fine. I wasn't totally going to talk about like the chapters or whatever, but continuing.
I'm sorry. That was I should have been more confident when I said it. I was very unsure of myself.
Don't worry, Corey. You'll get more confident as we make more podcasts.
Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah. It'll be all right. I'll
you gotta let it stand.
Yeah, as the host, I'm required to keep it moving.
But yeah, speaking of moving on,
when you gotta slap a man in the butt, you just gotta go in for the.
You want to move us on, Corey?
You know?
Yeah, I insist.
Yeah. Well, is it the next thing on your list, Joe? Is like Promised, My Hero, Hell Warden, etc.?
Yeah, just like the Shonen Jump chapters, like in general.
Oh, just
like those are the ones that I listed down as reading. Overall, they were all really good. Fucking, I wish My Hero didn't like go off every other week, because like, Jesus Christ.
Reminds me of Steven Universe. I wanted that show to be consistent so badly.
Don't talk to me about Steven Universe.
Yeah, I feel that.
Joke's on you. It's Cartoon Network. They don't believe in consistency. They just believe in Teen Titans Go.
A new chapter did just drop like today, and I haven't read it yet because, like, you know, I was just busy doing stuff. But like, it's like My Hero will be on for like 3 weeks, and then it'll stop, and then it'll go on again, and then it'll stop again, and it's like, oh my god,
yeah,
Hirokoshi, what are you doing?
He's been kind of shit recently.
And like, all the chapters are like 10 pages long. It's like, what the fuck?
An omen for what's to come. I hope this is just like a road bump.
I hope it doesn't turn into
because
Hunter x Hunter.
This is like you said, like the chapters are like half as long as they should be, and he keeps having like breaks, and it's like, don't do this.
like, what's his deal right now?
Like, so relatively, because it is like 200 plus chapters in, but like, this is a long form, like, shonen manga, and if he's already starting to stumble like at this point,
yeah, no, I hope not, because he's only been in it for like 2 years or something.
He's already starting to stumble. It does not spell very, very good future for me, for this series.
That's scary.
Speaking of,
because like,
My Hero
like,
isn't really that popular in Japan, though, right?
No, My Hero's huge.
My Hero's
in Japan.
big everywhere, dude.
I was hearing a lot of people say, "Oh, it's not that big in Japan. It's like not in the US. It's like fallen." I mean, no, not in the US. Sorry, in the US, it's a lot larger. You know, and the audience fan base is bigger.
No, My Hero's still.
My Hero wouldn't be as big as it is if it was just popular in America.
That's fair.
Like for an anime to get big, it has to be big in Japan. Like, they don't give a shit about like anywhere else.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, because I don't know where I heard that. I forgot where I heard it from, but somebody was trying to tell me that, and I was like, really? I wouldn't.
They're probably just a weeb.
Yeah, because they're like, because Shonen Jump, all they care about is Dr. Stone and Promised Neverland. Those are the bigger shows. Those are the bigger.
Oh, they're definitely weeps then.
Yeah.
Why would they think that those are like the big? Like,
they haven't even gotten anime yet.
That's what
Promised does, but like.
Dr. Stone hasn't yet either, and I'm like, well, I think they're looking at the numbers of the Shonen Jump Weekly, like, just like the manga stuff, not really based on the anime. But like, I was like, I'm pretty sure My Hero is always in like the top. It's always in like the top spots.
Yeah, but those,
like, it might not be number one, but it's still like popular enough where it's still getting.
Yeah, I mean, like,
in traffic.
Shonen Jump doesn't like release like the popularity figures or anything. And I know a lot of people think that like the table of contents means anything, but it doesn't. The editors of Shonen Jump have literally said because people have asked like, oh, do you put the most popular ones like first? Like, is that you do like the reader polls and everything? And like the editor's been like, I mean, yeah, we tend to put some of the more popular ones first because that makes sense marketing wise. But it's all just editorial marketing. The editors just put the books where they want to, like in each volume of Shonen Jump. They don't like actually release those, like the results of the popularity stuff.
So whoever that guy
seems
is,
like internal
fuck
data.
that guy then.
Stupid weeb.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's stupid.
Yeah, he's just a fucking weeb.
Yeah, because I think he was just salty because My Hero is popular, and he's like,
He doesn't like My
Hero's
Hero because he wants
popular.
to be the guy that likes something that isn't popular.
he likes that niche shit.
Yeah, like Doctor Stone.
Yeah, wait a second.
I've
Don't start shitting on Dr. Stone, I swear to God.
Dude, Dr. Stone is like, it's actually really, really popular.
I mean,
it's a really popular manga.
Like my
I haven't
second
read it yet,
favorite
so
in Jump.
I'm just like,
It is.
Yeah,
It's-
Stone is awesome. Like, it's really fucking good. I would say now.
I trust that
like,
Harry when he suggested I read it. Like, I'm excited to read it, even though I haven't
Yeah,
read
no.
it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hella science. But I would say like my ranking would be like, I'm still catching up on everything, so it's not final. But right now, it's like I read My Hero first just because that was the first one I got caught up with.
Yeah.
But like, I've been having like feelings about the current stuff. But right now, I would say it goes Promised Neverland, Dr. Stone, My Hero. And then Neolation and Hellwarden Higuma are like tied, but Hellwarden's been
I need to
really
catch up.
good recently.
I'm really behind on Neo and Hellwarden. Just because
Neo's been
I've
really
let
good
them
too,
fall
I've never
behind.
heard of
like,
They just started. Like they're both like 10 chapters in.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically.
So they're
Just about.
relatively new.
Like Hellwarden, I think has enough for like a volume, and I think Neo is basically enough at this point too.
Okay.
So like basically their first arcs are done.
I could probably
but,
read
like,
it on the
yeah.
app then.
Yeah, definitely. Like, definitely, Neolation is definitely more fun, just like from bias because it's about fucking magical hackers and shit.
I mean, it
like,
looks fun. The colors.
yeah, the colors. But like, Hellwarden is probably the better one so far because it's been
Fuck,
so
I really
good
need to
right
catch
now.
up.
Like they've been doing some fucking crazy shit. Like they're on a current arc involving like I don't want to spoil too much, but like let's just say that the first arc involves child murder, and
no.
it's been wild.
What I really like about Hellwarden
Okay.
feels a lot like Yu Yu Hakusho. Like
Yeah,
early Yu
I
Yu
definitely
Hakusho when
see
it was
that.
like just like Spirit Detective.
Yeah, it honestly reminds me a lot of like OG Yu Yu Hakusho and shit like
Is
that.
this the one that was made by the Soul Eater?
No,
or
that's
something
that's
that,
like
or no?
that's like
no,
Firefighter.
different one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like magical firefighters or some shit like that.
Oh, okay. Because I'm looking at the art style.
I've been meaning
and
to
I don't
read
know,
that.
It looks like.
Or I
it.
might just watch the anime. I don't know. It depends on who makes it.
Why is the main character look super familiar from like
From
something?
Hellwarden.
Even though it's like this.
'Cause
yeah.
he's like-
it looks like another character from another show.
He's like just very shonen looking. Like
He's like a.
honestly.
Yeah.
If it helps you relate, at one point I was like, "Is this a new series by Hirokoshi?" Just by like the thumbnail, but then I looked at the actual art. I was like, "Oh, this is definitely not his style."
Yeah.
Friends. As host, I think it's time we move on to questions.
That was a weaker segue.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I would
it was
probably
more,
give that
it was
a-
more
I just
abrupt.
before we move on to questions, I just real quick wanted to say my top 3 weekly Shonen Jump books too.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well.
Oh yeah.
So Joe, you said Promised Neverland.
Promised Neverland, Stone, My Hero, and then right now Neo and
Okay.
Hellwarden are tied, but Hellwarden might be getting the
I think
edge.
my top 3 are obviously One Piece, Dr. Stone, and then Black Clover. I think takes 3rd. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Those are my top 3. I just felt like sharing. I wanted to be part of it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I see how that is.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get caught up with Black Clover.
So good. Like the current arc. It's weird because it's like
and then eventually I'll get caught up with One Piece.
One Piece has been so goddamn good.
So questions.
But yeah, I guess moving on.
So questions.
I guess we're going on to questions.
You got a question.
My question from last week.
Question time.
Is so if by some strange twist of fate we ended up in charge of the MCU Fantastic Four film, who would you cast as the titular four? Just because fan casting is fun.
So, the original, I say the original, but what I mean is like the, I can't remember the 2000 something Fantastic Four movie. Was good. It's the one I remember from my childhood. I liked it. Fan Four Stick.
Same.
Totally lowered everyone's ages. So I want to go the opposite. And I want to make them all super old. So Mr. Fantastic I want played by Gary Oldman.
Okay.
Oh.
I like the holds in his man.
Invisible Woman I want played by Marissa Tomei.
Oh.
She's the one from My Cousin Vinny. She's
and
she
Spider-Man
plays
Homecoming
Aunt
as Aunt May.
She plays Aunt May. I want Bruce Willis as the Human Torch.
Oh,
and Arnold
no.
Schwarzenegger as the Thing.
That's
Jesus Christ!
I don't want any of that. I'm gonna be
I want
real
to
with
up
you,
them
dude.
all. I want to make them all super old.
okay, but having just seen Glass, I want Bruce Willis near absolutely nothing Marvel. He was so bad in that movie.
What
Dude, that guy mumbles his way through.
Bruce Willis might as well have not been in that movie. Because he was not there mentally.
Bruce Willis doesn't give a shit about acting anymore.
No.
Let's take my Bruce Willis choice and let's switch out with Danny DeVito.
I'll take Danny DeVito as the Human Torch.
All right.
So
yeah, and then the Thing is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Weird casting, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah, weird cast, but fine.
Well, for me, people are always telling me the Fantastic Four are goofy as fuck, and I'm like, all right. So if you want them to be goofy, but I want it to ride that line of, being meticulously the perfect embodiment of who fits the criteria, but also being really goofy. So I think I got it. So the Human Torch, played by Shia LaBeouf. He's hot-headed. Okay. He's hot-headed. He's cocky. He was on Even Stevens. That show was fucking hilarious. So he's funny. And then also you got The Thing. I'm gonna steal from Corey's. I put Danny DeVito. Imagine he was playing an orange man once before as the Lorax. Now imagine Danny DeVito painted in orange and looked like rock texture. You got The Thing.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the
and
trees.
He's like,
the trees say give me the Thing.
Imagine that shit. Just Danny DeVito going, "I'ma smash you." That'd be good.
God.
And so obviously Sue. We all loved Fan Four Stick. So I said, let's take Rooney Mara, Kate Mara's sister, and put her in an even worse wig than her sister's wig in Fan Four Stick.
Great.
That would be a really good choice. She would actually be like, yo, I was in Dragon Tattoo. Why am I here? And she'll just be really depressed all the time. It'll be great. Really funny. Everyone will laugh at that. Reed Richards, King of Comedy Larry David. Imagine all the Curb Your Enthusiasm moves we can do in the middle of the movie.
No.
Oh my lord.
The Human Torch will burn Danny DeVito's asshole, and then Danny DeVito will tell Shia LaBeouf that it'll smash him, while Rooney Mara cries that she's in the shadow of her sister. As Larry David's like, "Come on, we gotta fight the mole man," and then it just goes. Ryan,
I think you and I kind of have the same mindset.
I think
so. Harry,
I think this is the best.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I think you can go first.
Okay. Well, I did not take the casting in that direction. So for Sue Storm, I thought, Sue has to be like a mom and a wife, because that's like her character. Like she's like a great female character on top of that. But like really, when I think Sue Storm, I also think she has to be good with Reed Richards. So I thought Uma Thurman hasn't really been in a Marvel movie.
No, she hasn't.
And like if she might have a couple wrinkles too many. But like if they did something about that,
computer smudge on her.
If they do their magic computer shit with that, I think she'd actually make a pretty good Sue Storm.
She could just be invisible.
Because she'd have who's like almost near 60, look like he's not. Then you can
exactly. Like I think she would be good. Johnny, I would definitely want Glenn Powell. He was like Finn
he's my
from
pick,
Everybody Wants Him.
For Johnny.
Because like he's just starting to get big, but his personality fits the character so well.
Because he was my pick too, so I'll just say my bit here. I definitely think he's like the absolute perfect person to play Johnny Storm, and like you said, he's a star like on the rise right now, and I think this will blow his career up. So that would be really awesome.
Yo,
definitely.
Glenn Powell was in Spy Kids 3D.
Hell yeah, he
Game
was.
Over.
Damn, he was.
Yeah. What do people know him from, I guess, now, might you say?
He was in that Netflix movie, too, and he was also in Hidden Figures.
Everybody wants
He was in Set It Up, which is the Netflix... That was, like, his newest movie.
Set It Up.
Mm-hmm. Is he in, he's in Umbrella Academy, right? He plays as,
No, is he?
Who does he play?
Does he play as Luther?
What? What are you talking about?
Glenn Powell? He looks just like the dude that plays as
He's not
Luther
in
Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, no.
Whoa, he looks so much like him. Sorry, I'm like he looks just like Luther in Umbrella Academy. Sorry.
Then I said Reed Richards. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. So that probably explains how much I actually liked The Office.
Oh, John Krasinski?
John Krasinski?
John Krasinski.
Yeah. John Krasinski. I think he'd make a really good Reed
I know
Richards.
I could see
he
that,
was like in the running to play Captain America back before they cast Chris Evans.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, because I mean, also like he definitely looks the part.
And he's
too.
like 6 something.
They need to dye his like hair a little bit to get the Reed Richards hair. I don't want him to look like young Reed Richards. I want him to look like a middle-aged man. Yeah. But like I think he has like the kind of face for it, and he definitely has the personality.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you know, Reed Richards needs to be, like, a smart guy who's always in his head and, like, always thinking 2 steps ahead. He's definitely got, like, that persona, I think. Then for Ben, so Dave Bautista got really big with Guardians. So I was thinking, well, Ben is, like, a big guy. And he definitely comes off as, like, older and aged and shit like that. Why not also have another WWE like star? Mm-hmm. And then I found a man named Bill Goldberg, who has been in like a couple TV movies and like other like minor roles and stuff like that. But like if you look him up on Google Images, he's like huge. He's like 6'3" or some shit like that, and probably like close to 300 pounds. At least that's what he looks like.
Jeez.
Like I don't know what he like sounds like, but he definitely seems like the kind of like image for Ben that I would
Judging
want.
by these pictures, he sounds loud. There's a lot of pictures of him just screaming.
Which, honestly, does fit the character.
But yeah, he is a big man. My goodness.
Yeah, I could see him as Ben.
But yeah, that's my kissing. Yeah, right?
Especially because the Thing is a professional wrestler in canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it'd be perfect. That's right. There was like those couple issues.
No, and like he was...
Hickman's.
It's like a long-running thing.
I mean, yeah, that too, but like I remember him doing that in Hickman's Avengers as well. Or
He's
Fantastic
the
Four.
super heavyweight class wrestling. It's really cool. It's just superhero wrestling.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I liked your picks. They're pretty good. I like that they're like actual... like you put some thought into
actual
it.
picks that could happen.
Listen. I think my picks were fine. I would pay fucking $20 to see that.
I'm
shit.
sure.
Listen,
I'm sure you would.
Of course you would.
I would.
I
was proud of
You
my
know
pick.
me.
I was proud of my picks. So I'm standing by
I was
them.
actually I was like, this is like the best.
Right.
I can't believe you.
Well,
No,
so
Harry.
obviously I also picked Glenn Powell as Johnny. I couldn't come up with
Yes.
one for Sue. I'm like, I didn't know who I would want to her to play. So mine is, hey Disney, pick someone cool. They're really good at like finding people.
Finding people.
So I leave that up to them. But for Reed Richards, I thought Andrew Lincoln would be really cool, especially now that he's done with The Walking Dead. And he's like specifically leaving so he can do movies.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So I thought he like looks like the right age
Yeah, he
Like
definitely
he
does.
even has like the graying sideburns. Like,
Yeah, he does. He does.
so I thought he'd be pretty cool. He's a good actor too.
Not a bad choice. Yeah.
Yeah, he is a good actor.
I liked him in Love Actually.
Yeah,
A classic.
good, very good
Of
movie.
course.
I watched that movie with my grandparents. Don't do that.
And for Ben, I thought Dave Harbour would be pretty good.
You know what? I can definitely
Especially
see
like
that.
seeing all the new trailers for the new Hellboy movie. I was like,
Yeah, he's
he could
huge.
do the thing.
Thick.
And like if he's doing Hellboy and Hellboy has like kind of that thick brow, like that's also the thing. So that's definitely fitting.
Yeah, that's
Harry, your picks are
those are my bad picks. But yeah,
Nice.
All right. So my question is, obviously, what would you love to see become a Lego set? And it could be any property you want. I'm not gonna list them off just in case if any of those that I did list end up being yours. But my choice would be like something like Star Trek. Mostly because I just want to build the USS Enterprise and like the starships and shit.
I'm honestly-
That's a good reason.
So much. It'd be so much
surprised
fun.
that there isn't Star Trek Legos.
I know,
like-
right? That's what I thought. I was like thinking, I'm like, there has to be. There is
Yeah.
not. Like you can make like your own makeshift ones, but
Jeez.
like yeah, imagine like just like because you have like the Star Wars, it would be cool
Yeah,
to
'cause,
have
like-
Star Trek. And also, I have love for Star Trek. I fucking love Star Trek.
I don't really like Legos very much. I loved them a lot when I was a little kid. But two reasons I don't like Legos. They're really fucking expensive.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't afford to like Legos.
Yeah.
And I also just generally don't love the look of like Legos. Like they're cool, but I wouldn't want to display like a Lego thing in my room.
Oh.
And they also take
Yeah.
up a lot of space.
I literally just looked at my Legos that I have displayed in my room.
Incredible.
I like Legos a lot. Also, I mean, I was also thinking about the Lego movie too.
I need to go
just
see
came
that.
Out, so that was
But
I still need to see
Yeah,
it.
I can't
having
wait to
said
see
that, if
When
I
I get
had
a
to
chance.
if I had to pick for anything to become a Lego set, I would pick Persona 5, and I would have the first palace with Kamoshida, and have him in his like naked underwear, like king outfit, as like a little minifigure.
Oh, good.
That's what I would pick.
That'd be good.
That's a good pick.
You know what? I used to play Legos all the time when I was a kid. And I think, I'll tell you what, at the time, if I was like young again, it would be RuneScape. Is
I'm
what I
surprised
would,
you didn't.
what I would have
I'm
wanted.
surprised you didn't say Avatar.
No, I was done playing with Legos by the time Avatar came out. But
I'm surprised.
now today, I think Breath of the Wild would be something I'd want as
That'd
a
be
Lego
pretty
set.
cool.
Ooh, that would be pretty cool.
neat one.
That'd be like probably one of my favorites because that's just like the only video game that I think I've put more than 200 hours of playtime into. Other than maybe Mario
That
64.
would be Overwatch for me.
I think Overwatch is already Legos.
No, I mean, no, I'm not. That's not my answer.
Oh.
I'm just saying Overwatch is the game that I've put more than 200
You
hours.
gotta be
okay.
ca-
My answer
you
is
gotta be careful.
my answer is Jesus Ryan. My answer is Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone would be cool.
That would be
Because
fucking
like
rad.
I was thinking like, why would what I feel like I mean obviously like franchises and shit are huge for Legos, but like just from the core fundamental concept of like building, that's what Dr. Stone is. And I was thinking, oh, that'd be like a cool Lego set.
Yeah, that's really fitting.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, I think those designs would translate pretty well into like the figures themselves.
I'll know when I read it.
Maybe someday.
You will. You will.
Someday.
But also,
Someday,
Ryan, I
my
just want to
child.
say real quick before we move on, your examples, you list Kimmy Schmidt, and I would kill for a Titus Lego.
Right?
God.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Was like, imagine like Kimmy's or Titus's apartment, or Kimmy's apartment, and
It's-
then like fucking or Titus.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that because as soon as you like wrote down Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, I thought that's a perfect answer, but I can't say it because it's one of you gave us
Oh
an
no,
example.
I didn't want to list it as an example just because like I was like afraid to, but I was like, you know. But I mean that's why I didn't want to say it. So if you actually did
But
want to go with it,
but
you could have rolled
went
with
ahead
it.
and did it anyway.
I know. I'm sorry, baby. It's my fault.
Oh.
Also,
I
Right.
fudged it up.
Yeah.
just on the topic of like Ryan ruining things with his examples,
Oh, come on.
What?
One of my picks would have been One Piece, but I didn't because it was an example. But just because a giant like Frankie Bionicle would be really cool.
Oh, I
could see that.
Bionicle was my shit as a kid. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude! Bionicle was the fucking nipples.
I watched the
Bionicle.
movies, all of them.
I have the first one on DVD, but I didn't watch any more of the other ones.
I saw the first two. I also played the video game as a kid.
Oh yeah,
like,
me too.
computer.
Me too. I'll jump to my question.
Go for it.
And I guess mine can kind of have a simple answer to it, but should award ceremonies still be a thing? If yes, how do we improve them? I think award ceremonies can be fun. I know a lot of people want to do away with them. There's so much media. There's so much to consume. It's almost like there will be things that win that no one's ever really had
given
a shit about. It's like, it was funny, David Chappelle one year went to the Oscars to ask a bunch of people questions about movies. And I think it was something like, hey, have you seen insert white title here? And every black family would be like, nah, I never heard of that. And they'd be like, what about Get Out? And they'd be like, oh yeah, we love Get Out. So there's like definitely pieces of media no one's ever like consumed. But I think awards ceremonies can be fun. I just think no host is a great step towards
Good first step.
And it just needs to, the Oscars stop needing to take themselves too seriously. They need to
I agree.
lighten up. That's my answer.
They really do.
My quick hot take: I hate award shows. If they all disappeared, I wouldn't care. I didn't watch the Oscars. That's why I didn't talk during the Oscars segment. I don't give a shit about awards. Except, me and my friends are making our own Oscars.
Oh, do tell.
We're making the Spicy Boys Awards. And it's just going to be, we're coming up with all the categories and coming up with all the nominees, and it's going to be all movies from all across time. And I'm going to nominate Spider-Man 2 for absolutely every category, so it's going to be exciting.
It's pizza time.
It's pizza time.
One of my categories is Best James Franco.
Jesus.
God. So my take, I think award shows can exist. They can be fun. They're like neat things to talk about with people. I think specifically for the Oscars, and I guess any one of those like prestigious award ceremony type things, academic. I think what really needs to happen is that they need to have, critics awards, and then they need to have like audience awards. Like, I guess reader poll would be another way to describe it, where they were trying to do this with Best Popular Movie, but that backfired so rough. Fucking bad, because it's just like it's just a bad look to give, especially for they were like, oh, let's put Black Panther in Best Popular Movie. It's like, bro, do you not understand what the fuck Black Panther has done for movies at this point? Are you for real now? And it's like,
that was a rough
bad look. Do. But I think reader awards or audience award would be a good way, because number one, that gets audience interaction. Like, you go to an app and register an account or whatever, like register your phone number, I guess, and then you just nominate your picks or whatever, and like then whoever wins the most votes wins, and that's literally the popular award, but it feels better earned, I guess. The no host thing definitely helped, and I don't mind if they do the skipping the skits or whatever. But yeah, outside of that, I think award shows are fun, but they're definitely I definitely have to go into them not allowing myself to get disappointed.
That's like my big thing is like, it's mostly like, for me, I enjoy like seeing who's gonna win and whatever, but it has to be like obviously something I'm invested in. Like, I am super invested in the Oscars, mostly for the fact of I love movies to death. So regardless of whether I think the Oscars is good or not, it's like I'm still gonna watch it because I still want to know who wins, kind of thing. But
who wins?
I mean, I still enjoy it because it's still fun. Because like I like to talk, like you guys said, I like to talk about who won, kind of like what were like the highlights and things like that. Just that discussion is kind of the fun part about award ceremonies. But sometimes the memes,
the memes are really
sometimes good. The memes are really fucking funny too. So The embarrassing shit is always a good one.
And honestly, like, I will say that award shows do help me discover new media, like The Departed or Life of Pi. Like, I love both those movies, and like, if I wasn't researching like the Oscars one day, I probably would have not seen any of them, just because like I just wouldn't have cared.
Right.
But then when I watched them, I was like, oh, these movies are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad I watched them.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that. So I mean, for me, I enjoy them, and so I will always keep watching them, even if other people are like, "This sucks," and I'm like, "Yeah, I get it."
Yeah, I'm not about it. I don't like the culture of award shows.
Fair.
Yeah, they take themselves too
They do.
seriously. I think that's the first thing they need to really check. Joe.
So I've changed this question twice, and I reverted back to the original one. Because I realized pretty early on, I was like, oh, we already talked about like,
me too.
We already talked about phones, so we'll just like nix that. What video game, if you could experience it like in real life, or even like I guess just like really deep VR if it ever got there, but like you could like explore all the nooks and crannies as close as you want, like really feel everything, experience everything. What video game world would you want to do that with?
I picked Undertale. I love the world of Undertale. It's so fun and goofy and silly. I mean, you got a robot that turns into David Bowie.
Hell yeah.
How can you not enjoy that? Like fucking Metaton, like imagine like, you know, Fish Mom, Goat Mom, you know, Tsundere, you know, the dog that you pet, you could pet
Spider.
him and his neck will just elongate into the sky. Like that shit is just
It's beautiful.
You know, imagine that world just IRL. It would be hilarious and weird and fun.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
It's my kind of shit. That's like right up my alley.
If you got to go to the Undertale world, what would you do with Sans Undertale?
Oh, I would of course call him the Bone Daddy, you know?
There you go.
Oh god.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
I would check and see how much Napster Luke's library is pirated.
I wonder how much spaghetti I'd have to eat though.
Would you go skateboarding?
Is that a thing Sans does?
No,
But he's cool enough to do it.
but I feel like he would.
Yeah,
skateboard.
he seems like the kind of kid that
This is-
he
this
would
is
do,
my
he would do the
personal
finger
fan
snap
canon.
gun thing that he does and then fucking skateboard by.
He'd probably play Tech Deck.
Oh my god, yeah, he's a tech deck kid.
He's definitely he mastered Tech Deck.
Dude, he was really good.
He was the cool person that did Tech Deck.
Can I guess what?
I
Corey's
think
gonna
you'll
be?
get it right, honestly.
Avatar, the video game for the PS3.
God damn
James
it.
Cameron's Avatar.
How did you know? How did you know
Nice.
exactly it right?
He wants
No,
to be
so-
Jake Sully.
Because I know you, Corey.
You know me well. You know me well.
Corey just wants to be the embodiment of Jake Sully.
So, my second answer, if I had to pick another one, would be Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was actually
Yeah, I can see
thinking.
it. And this, it might be a little real, this answer. I started playing Breath of the Wild like last semester of college, and or I would think it was end of the first semester of my senior year of college, up and then through my second semester of like senior year, and it was kind of a sad time realizing that we're all graduating. I don't know what I'm doing, going out into the real world, and Breath of the Wild was really an escape for me for the long time. Maybe sometimes like in a bad way an escape, like instead of facing my problems I would just play Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah, like I really shouldn't be playing video games right now, but I just kind of want to feel this game and nothing else. So I would absolutely love to be like in the world of Legend of Zelda and Breath of the Wild. I think that game was like the perfect Corey game at that time of my life. So I would
Yeah, I
really
can
love
see
to
it.
explore that world. That'd be super cool. That's my answer.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah, of course,
Nice.
my number one is James Cameron's Avatar
Yeah.
for the PS2.
Of course, that's a given.
Of course.
You have relationship problems with your 7 children.
Jake Sully.
Jake Sully. Natiri. Jake Sully.
How would
pregnant
Corey?
again.
How would they say your name?
Corey.
Cody Mikri.
I can't remember if they say R's. Natiri. Yeah, they probably would flip it. So they'd be like, Cody.
Cody?
Cody. Cody Macri is probably the same. I'd be like, my name is McRae. And they'd be like, Macri. I'd be like, thank you.
That's me.
I do love that about the movie, though. Jake's like, my name's Jake Sully. And they're like, Jake Sully. It's like, did you not hear my last name? Like, Jesus.
They just don't care.
No.
They're big cat people. They don't need to give a shit.
No. They fly lizard birds. Next.
Alright, I have 2 answers.
Like me.
Yeah, I'm like Corey. We're like brothers.
Only closer.
Brother!
I said that really far away from the microphone.
God.
Only closer. Alright, so one of them is I would want to do Pokemon because that'd be awesome. I want Charizard.
You want to fly?
No, I just want a Charizard.
Oh, okay.
Like, I want to be like, hello, and then he's like, hey. It'd be pretty cool.
Zard.
Or maybe you just go like, her.
But yeah, Pokemon will be awesome because that's such a cool big world with like so much crazy shit going on. You can just like walk up and catch God. Like, as a 10-year-old child.
God. Literally.
So that's my number one because that has been my answer to that question since I was like 5 years old. And also Persona 5 because I really like that.
I had a feeling Persona 5.
I had a feeling it was going to be Persona 5.
Because like it'd be so cool to get to explore like the cognitive world.
Yeah, it totally would. Like, that game is Japan Simulator like forever.
Well, just like the idea of like a world that is molded by like people's thoughts.
That too.
I really like the cognitive world. So
yeah, that's a cool concept.
I would like that. I would like that a lot. Go to Mementos and be like just depressed because it's a really ugly subway.
Yeah, go to Mementos and just like want to die. I mean, hey, it has more color than the MTA. So my pick, and I'm starting to realize that I hope I'm not like repeating myself with these questions because like I think I talked about this last time too, but I would definitely explore the world of Half-Life 2. Like that world sucked me in so fucking hard when I was like 14 years old. It was unreal. Like, it's like European urban aesthetic is totally my thing. Maybe it's not European, but it definitely feels like it's the cobblestone roads and shit like that that world has. And it's just like, oh, it's just so fucking cool. It's like definitely like a fucked up, world with like it's Nazism to a degree, but like it feels modern. I do not want the Nazis,
communism,
but like I do not want communism. But I just like seeing that world the way it looks and just like how weirdly put together it all is with like these like giant sci-fi alien towers and shit. Like that's so cool. And then I want to be a rebel, and I want to fight the Nazis.
You know, I changed my answer. I want to explore the world of Gorgeous Freeman.
Oh God.
Corey, I have shown that video to so many people, and no one ever finds it funny.
I feel like everyone except us has good taste in comedy.
I know. I'm always disappointed. It's always like, look at this funny video, and they're always like, that was really weird. And I'm like, but it's funny.
You know what? That's kind of how I felt when I showed you guys that stupid stick figure video.
That was just
or like the Naruto
stick figures on crack.
Oh my God, that's an old one.
I was also the other person because I've grown up and I'm like, oh shit, that was awful.
I'll be honest, I do not remember watching this.
I mean, it's
like
look it up.
A Gmod.
Gorgeous Freeman.
Oh, Gorgeous
like
Freeman.
Gorgeous Freeman.
That's
yeah,
really...
no, I don't
really good.
remember watching
Gorgeous
that.
Freeman is forever in
give it
my
a look.
heart. Yeah, everyone who's
Special
listening
video.
to this, anyone who's listening to this, just Google Gorgeous Freeman, YouTube Gorgeous Freeman, and enjoy. You're welcome.
But yeah, I really like Half-Life.
Yeah.
Just in general.
I need to play
Valve
Half-Life
games.
someday.
Yeah, you do. Now that you have a computer, please play Half-Life 2. Oh my god.
I've played
Maybe someday.
the original Half-Life, and I went through some
you don't
of
have to play that
Half-Life
game.
2. I can't remember how much of that I actually completed.
Easily, like, just top 5 favorite games of all time. Half-Life 2 is at least number 5. I love that game so fucking much. I've played that game through, like, 3 times on, like, progressively better computers just because, like, oh, first computer I played, the lighting engine died. Oh, the second computer I played, like, couldn't take the giant dog character that you get halfway through. And then on my laptop, I beat it, and I was like,
Nice.
this is the greatest first-person shooter I've ever played. There you go.
And on that note, happy Halloween.
time to
Happy
end it.
Halloween.
Happy
Halloween,
Halloween,
Yeah,
everyone.
that was the spookiest episode.
I think so, yeah. Between
Ryan, do a Dracula impersonation.
Yeah, do one as good as
I've
I
on. Oh god, I'm not gonna do well at this. I'm not like.
No, I
I'm
heard
not
you
I-
just start it.
I heard
you
Ivan.
start it.
I heard an Ivan.
Let's hear it. Come
I
on.
want to suck your dick.
There we go. I knew you were going to say that one.
Yeah.
I had
Like-
a feeling in my bones.
Dude, it's me. Come on. Y'all know better.
I want to suck your dick.
Ivan to suck.
You just sounded like
your
Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
Stimpy.
Maybe Ren's a
I
vampire.
want to suck your dick.
I love that show.
Classic.
My mom got so mad when I watched that show. She was like, "You're not allowed to watch this ever again, Joe." It was the one where like they were at the people's house and the people were like bathing and like very naked for like a Nickelodeon 80s show or a 90s show, and my mom's like, "Joe, you're not allowed to watch this anymore."
Sounds
My dad
risque.
really liked Ren and Stimpy.
So,
So,
I'm not gonna lie. I just ranked my best in Tetris 99 official just now.
We're playing that game this whole time.
I kind of have. I ranked 10th. That was the best I've done. I can now
Oh,
officially
shit.
quit the game forever.
You beat Joe.
Yeah, you did beat me. God damn it! Now I have to beat you.
Wait, what? What was your best?
12th.
Oh, dude, I made top 10.
Damn, son.
happy Halloween.
Oh my God.
That's a good spot to end it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think so too.
Thanks for listening to the Oh Baby
We're done.
podcast.
We're done,
Yeah,
Ryan.
no.
Fuck.
Bye.
Oh, well, alright, fine. Eat my ass. I don't care.